Just need to reconvene.
Okay, we're reconvening our first day of a budget session, coming back after lunch. So we'll continue with. We were on, what was it?
Page 22, right? Jail.
Jail.
I guess we begin online. Looks like 21,100 office supplies, 750. I think there's no change there. Medical supplies went from 300 to 500.
But they're having more visitors.
Janitorial, chemical supplies, can liner floors, 10,000. That remained the same.
Big jump in uniform allowance.
Yeah, uniform allowance did increase. We saw that on the sheriff's too, didn't we?
The deputies, yeah.
I don't remember.
What's it say, $400 in the notes? Is that what they are now, maybe?
It's adding 400 because of if you add the new jail officer.
Oh,
So if you don't do the new jail officer, then it can go down to 4,000.
I wonder why those did double. That just seemed like a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's a reason though.
We can ask.
Uniforms, apron, $200. That stayed the same.
Mhm.
Copy machine remained the same. Medical for employees. That went to zero. Not sure why.
400 last year. What's that? It's like all small amount for medical.
They haven't spent anything out of it.
I don't know what that would be.
Maybe it's like Band-Aids, small thing.
Anyway, he drilled it out. So.
Fire alarm. That remained the same. Computer intercom, 2,000. Meals, 65.
I don't
Betty?
think that's enough.
The meals,
I wonder if you based that off the current population or on average or.
Looks like you done the same
It's not
thing.
the same. It's not enough.
23 and 24.
She's already been back for that again, additionals, and then he gave us that spreadsheet that said October, November, December is gonna need additional 10 to 15,000.
You have them for October, because I didn't get it in time to advertise it.
So really, it's not enough. I'm wondering if the meals, we can't ask if that can just all come out of inmate housing and commissary, just all of it.
what was it? There was a meals that was changed, 45,000. What was that?
I don't know.
It went from, oh, it was in,
I'd like
it
to see all the meals be paid
was
out.
in local
Those two
income
things.
tax. Public safety, 45,000.
I'm not sure.
I
Can I
just
look
never
real
seen
quick?
that.
Is it in this year's, or?
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll get
I can
there, I
look.
guess,
Okay,
later.
we'll look at it. Yeah, I don't recall.
I think it's in one of those lists.
Yeah, that's why.
Public safety.
Didn't he come and ask for meal money? And you questioned him on if the count was.
He was
empty?
moving using 11,000 from misdemeanor.
They does their year.
Yeah, that
But then he
does.
gave us that spreadsheet and said October, November, December, I'm coming back.
And he
Right.
did, I have it, but it's
So
not,
this isn't enough.
I didn't get it in time
Oh,
for
for
this
October.
meeting, so it's for September. So it's an additional, I can't remember if it's 45,000 or 30,000, because there's one, hold on a second, let me look real quick.
But what I'd like
There's
to
two additionals, and, do you remember?
He said 45.
I think it's 45, yeah.
But what I'd like to see is if we can use inmate housing and commissary for that purpose, because that is direct expense from the jail, from those inmates, and that's kind of what inmate housing is supposed to be for, to help offset the cost. So,
Does he use it for some of it?
well, maybe some, yeah, but I mean, I'd like to see all of that come out of there. And that would help alleviate the general budget.
Be the first pot that it comes out of, kind of like with Popper.
Right, and then if it's 0, then we come back to the will.
Yeah.
It's
Because
really
that's
no
kinda
different.
That's what pauper is right now, it's paid out of there. We'll pay every pauper bill out of pauper
Until
fund
it's 0.
until it's 0.
When you said pauper, Lucy just called me.
She
trying-
called me too.
Did she call you?
Yeah.
On that
Yeah, they can get that 65, 40 some percent.
6,400 or whatever.
So it'd be like $2,000.
That's
So then at
40%.
the very first reimbursement we get each year, move that. So, yeah.
I don't know, I just really like to see this out of here.
Well,
That's me.
inmate clothing, underwear, t-shirts.
I'm okay with that too.
That'd be, come out of there too,
I'm okay with
possibly. I
that.
mean,
Those are direct expenses for
that's a big
inmates.
expense. That's,
I don't know what current contracts they have, that have to be paid that are already money accounted for.
Yeah.
But
For
anything
that,
outside of that, I think we should
45%.
I didn't
and
see
take
that.
it off of this budget. That's really what it's for.
I was trying to come up with a good word.
I mean, that's just somewhere we can cut, I think, but
Unusual, usually I come up with something.
can you tell what's in there?
And
That's-
which one
that's
you
all
want,
level
what's
from
in
what
it,
you got
inmate
to like.
housing?
Commissary, now I know we don't know the outstanding
I don't
contracts and
understand
bills.
why. I mean,
But
it's
if we
caught
could get
up
that, I'm
in
sure
where
that
we're at,
there's,
You know,
The population is
I don't have
upset.
you can't
Not
see
much.
it.
No.
So, you can see it
I've
at
been
all.
watching it pretty close and running in the eighties.
I get supplemental
So,
quarterly
where I had
report.
place-
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm
but
thinking.
I don't get it.
I don't even know at all times what's in there.
You can only work
I
for
don't
so
manage
many
that
times.
Yeah.
Commissary's office, sheriff's office.
I don't know, I just think that's an area that we can help take some money off the,
Does he have enough in the inmate housing to do that?
I mean, between inmate housing and commissary, those two things are supposed to offset,
Yeah.
budgetary
Yeah.
costs and help the general
Yeah, when
general
that
fund, that's
gets
really
down to
purpose.
0, then you,
That's right, then you
Incorporate
come
out
back
of
and
general.
ask, that's correct.
So last year,
Not
inmate
saying-
housing ended at 48,519. Oh, hold on, said that wrong. Carry forward balance, sorry, I was looking at appropriation. Carry forward balance, so 2023, we ended at 87,407.44. We've received 39,300 in there to date, and we've expended 26,640.46, leaving an ending cash balance of $100,066.98 to date.
Is there any, to your knowledge, is there anything, contracts or expenditures that's supposed to come
Let's
out of
see.
there?
Well, what we need to do is go look at the inmate housing real quick and see what those expenditures are and see if it's annual revenue could support that. So inmate housing is
Now,
page
that has
57.
slowed down a little bit because they're
Yeah, they're
not
slowing
taking as
down.
many, but still.
So inmate housing, they have a budget right now of 46, they do overtime pay. They have budgeted 15,000, so plus social security, and all that. They have maintenance contracts of 8,640, and they pay for the body cameras out of there of 10,000.
So there's money.
It's got a budget of 46,863, so,
So we could force his hand,
but it's gonna cut into your cash balance. You wanna, for it to be sustainable, you need to bring in that much cash a year.
Well, why is it any different? Like you said, but then the pauper just spend it down to where it's nothing and then
Then
come
go
back. Then we come
I see
back
what
and
you're
say,
saying,
now we're gonna start pulling out of the
that
general.
makes sense.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
I would rather that than sitting on money over here and then struggling here.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
True. That's it.
So you're saying meals and clothing, both to come out?
I don't think both of those can, not with what they have.
They've got
I would just-
46, so.
Yeah,
I
once
I
that
would say
gets down to
meals and then,
0,
you
then
know,
Okay, and then it
because
comes out of
that
general.
that constantly replenishes if he gets inmates or
so
whatever.
you could
And then we can
reduce
also
the-
look at commissary and ask him
we could
about what.
reduce this
what is
1,500
left.
to 1,000 and take it out of there.
What is it?
Take the clothing allowance, the 15,000, or 1,500 for inmate clothing.
Oh,
Just-
well, yeah, is that the one you were talking
Yeah,
about?
that's what he's talking about.
Oh, I don't care if they both go in there then. I thought it was a large amount.
I think that we,
Yeah, it's the same concept.
And then if something happens, you come in and you need them, and then you don't have it because you're paying the mills, okay, then we know it's went for what
Somewhere
it's.
we're gonna make people
It's
mad.
the same
so
concept, that's.
We're disappointed.
It is, it's just, I mean, we're not gonna not feed them. If
Right.
that money for some reason runs out, then come back. But that's the intention, is that all meals will be paid out of there.
The inmate
Inmate
clothing
housing and commissary between the two, I don't care,
What was the one you just gave us the figures?
any leftover,
Inmate housing.
Okay, that's what.
Yeah, I don't have commissary totals.
I mean, that would be my suggestion then.
So we're looking to.
Do you want to do that for now then?
Yes.
So
I think so. But what,
It's a pretty good chunk.
especially,
Now, where does that money go that we get for those DOC, where we're waiting? Does that just go back into the general fund, or does it go in this inmate housing? You know what I'm talking about, where we're waiting for somebody to go to prison and we get that money?
that goes into inmate.
Are you sure? For some reason, I was wondering.
he get to talk about that the other day,
Yeah,
that
he just
state
talked about
prisoners.
that.
I know
gets paid
we
so
talked
much
about
a
it,
day,
but I don't
the
know where it
money
goes.
I'll have to look up.
Where does the?
Because really, if it
where
goes in
does
inmate housing, that's
Vanderburgh County
still
money
the same
go?
purpose. We should,
When we house Vanderburgh County, pay.
inmate housing,
Inmate.
right?
Inmate housing.
Inmate housing, I think.
Well, surely the state goes the same place.
I don't know. I felt like they said it went somewhere else. You may not have said it,
Let me,
but
make
somebody
some-
said that it
let me
went
send an
somewhere
email
else.
and check.
General ed or something.
He's no longer taking those patient, those,
Yeah, that.
Not right now,
That
but
could change, that could change day to day.
Oh, sure.
I ain't talked to him
Depends on-
today, so I don't know if he's taking it today or not.
but I still
Hopefully our
think
crime goes down.
we're not gonna not pay for the meals. You can just come back if there's $0 in there and you come back and show us there's no money. We pay it, right? I mean,
Because
we
he's
have
got
to feed
just
them,
one
that's a
area
requirement.
for females.
It's no
We got a
different than that
couple
copper.
states in there.
When that
Well,
runs
it's the
out,
same
they
thing
have
as
to-
copper, like
It
you
is,
say.
it absolutely is. And that's
Yeah.
really the intention of that money anyway, so
Within the next couple of months,
to help alleviate the general fund,
but maybe that other one will be gone.
county expenses.
But she could maybe spend her whole 2 years in Perry County. No matter me.
Okay.
Okay, so we're taking the 6,500 and the
65,000.
65,000 and the 1,500.
What about vetting?
Right.
Hmm?
1250 vetting. That's for prisoners.
I mean, can we say inmate housing and commissary, once those are
Yeah.
out and depleted, then you come back to us for
Sure.
these things?
I think we can.
I do
I mean,
too.
I don't think, I'm like Paul. I think we need to, if it gets down to about 15,000.
Okay, well, then we can set a threshold or
Right,
something, then we
then-
know.
Then we will.
But it
then we
shouldn't
will
be,
discuss it.
you know,
I mean,
Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Because I think that
I
that's
think as
good.
long as we say we're gonna leave 15, 20,000 in there,
Yeah.
I'd be in agreement with it. But I think we ought to add the vetting too, if we're gonna add, if we need to.
Okay.
Because I don't think that, jail officers are using the vetting, so, I mean, it's,
Are you guys wanting me for
Fine.
right now? Because I'm gonna probably be doing figures for you here. Are you
Take
guys
those
gonna
out.
leave this new officer in here or take this new officer out?
well, I don't know, he says he needs it, I'm not saying he don't, because I ain't working down there and ain't gonna be, but the population's down.
Yeah.
But it could go up tomorrow, so.
We can take it out and then see if we can add it back if we have an overabundance. I mean, what do you think?
Oh, the one new.
He's got it in here, he's got it in here or general.
Yeah,
He's
he's got
got
it
it
in
in
a couple
general
of places.
also. This is.
This
Oh,
general
this
is
is, he's
general?
got it general and public safety.
Let's pull it out.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's pull
Pull
it
out
out
this
here.
one.
So we cut a pretty good chunk
He
out
didn't
of
want
this,
two, he just wanted one, right? And it was either one. Is that what he said?
wherever we could.
I think
find
he
it.
asked for two.
Those last
He has
four
two
items,
budgeted.
even the $200.
I thought he wanted one and he wanted, it doesn't matter
One,
what.
either
I mean,
one.
it-
Okay.
So then I'm gonna take the
So
Same
where's that,
one,
where's that at? Which one?
As the others.
that last one that
Then
just
if he-
says jail
Oh, adding
officer.
Once that
adding
goes to
new
zero,
jail,
whatever
that to
threshold,
zero.
then
Okay, so
He
take
comes
that
to-
43,093 off.
So Kelly, how do I adjust holiday pay on that? Do I just subtract off that 1989?
No.
Okay.
Have to repeat.
All right, so we'll have to get you a figure on holiday pay
Social Security retirement.
and social security and retirement's gonna change.
So just to make sure I'm clear, the jail officer is off, the new one, the meals, the bedding and the inmate clothing, we will ask that he pays for all of those things out of either commissary or inmate housing until it gets down to a certain threshold, and then we can have that conversation about
$15,000
coming
or
back.
$20,000.
Then we can,
Like Stan said, the $200 for pots and
And that's-
pans and appliances. Same concept.
those last 4 items on that.
I mean, that's
Basically.
fine.
Let
I'm
me
fine
ask
with
you
that.
So we're
this.
taking the 200 out too?
Are you
Yeah.
guys okay with it?
I guess.
It's the same thing.
Okay, if we remove this jail officer here, are you talking about leaving him in public safety?
Well, we
talking
have
about
to talk
that
about,
area.
we'll
Well,
talk
we'll have
about
to
when
see
we get
what
there.
Yeah, well,
See
you
what
probably
it
got cuts in public safety.
Yeah.
Can just say that on commissary, I think he's planning on using from Commissioner's Minute, if he has to get new vehicles and to pay some amounts out of his commissary, that he's gonna be, to make up that difference, I forget what that amount was.
It just depends on what's,
In my opinion, this vehicle deal should have been done.
Okay,
well,
done.
it's not done,
I know it's
but
not,
we'll figure
so
it
we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah,
out. That's right. We gotta
It's
do
all
with what we
candid.
got right now.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so we'll.
So these last 4, did you get them? The meals, the
Yep.
bedding?
Yep, I got it.
Just so everybody, I wanna make sure I understand this for now with this round, what we're doing. The meals, the bedding, the pots and pans, appliances, and inmate clothing will come from, we'll ask that comes from inmate housing or commissary until it gets down to a certain threshold, 15,000.
Who
And
we
then,
asked?
we'll
who we
ask the
asked?
sheriff to do that, to take it out of there.
Well, they says no.
Well, we can say no to the funding, so,
yeah.
That's what I mean, we
I
can,
mean, we have to, if we have to force the hand, I mean, hopefully he understands that, we're not trying to,
he's working.
we're not trying to, yeah, we wanna
I'm
work
thinking-
together, we don't wanna,
If I was him, I'd be willing to do this in
To
turn,
get-
help my cost of getting a jail.
well, or a raise for your employees or
Yeah,
whatever it
raise,
is.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things.
That'd be a trade-off.
Well,
But I still
We still have a
want
lot
to
to
make sure that we're all in agreement that once them two combined accounts
15,000.
get to between 15 and 20,000, whichever we want to pick, then he can push the panic button.
And
We'll
come
help him
see
out,
us, and come see us.
and we'll help him out.
What are your guys's, what do we need to put in here for uniform allowance?
Hmm?
Cause it was 2,100 last year and
Yeah.
he's got it up to 4,000 this
Do
year.
we need to call him about that?
I don't know, again.
I-
Just ask why
this
that
seems like a
increase.
lot.
Well,
Alan,
we,
second.
it was a lot in the other, it was 2,000 or something in another area.
It's the same as the pauper,
What
if
is?
it gets down, we have to fund it, and we have to give meals, so.
But I want it to be a priority though. I don't want it to be other things that are sliding in and then, oh, on the money, I mean, we need to say, we really need you to pay these things. These are like necessary bills. we have to
Alan
pay.
just texted me and said, please know at this time, we are not taking any inmates from Vanderburgh County. We have been too crowded.
I understand it comes and goes, like Keith said. Which also helps cut down on expense too.
Ask him if he can just come out here.
I did, I said it may be good for
Thank
you
you.
to come out here.
That was, I meant that as a request, not as a demand.
Are you working on holiday right now?
No, I'm working on budget.
I'll go ahead and start.
I thought we had another one here that was like double like that. Where was that at? Was that in another one?
The clothing?
Oh, that was in, sheriff.
Sure. It wasn't double, I
No.
think, but it was a pretty healthy increase. It seems like.
Do you want to go on to the next one?
So keep that 4,400 in uniform allowance,
Oh, well,
or just
Until he-
still gets here, okay.
What's his holiday pay, 1989?
I think that was for, like, for the new jail officer, like, if they didn't do it, then we take that off. But
Okay.
we have to adjust because that was based off of the raises, so we have to refigure all that.
So you're
So
gonna
it's
take
not
that
just
off
a-
since we're
Yeah,
taking this
she's
off?
refiguring it, it's not gonna be as simple as taking 1989 off,
Okay.
because.
But
that was
something will
based
come
on
off and
raise.
you'll tell us.
Yep.
Okay,
She's-
thank you.
Kelly's figuring out the
The
holiday.
uniform and sheriff, they went from 8,000 to 9,350.
okay, so it wasn't a whole lot.
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but it's higher than I thought it was.
So are we moving on to 4D?
Yeah,
4D child support,
group insurance. 27,200.
Isn't that reimbursable part of it?
No.
Yes,
No.
that's
The health
She's
insurance
saying that-
was,
in 40, yes, that's why
Now,
that has
this
to be
is,
kept.
she
Why am I
had
on
the same thing Lucy
this
had
thing
with
not
the
on?
recommended from the, whatever,
don't turn it off.
iPad or whatever.
My
it is.
battery is, so it's not working.
Give that to David. This was the same type of situation when she
Was it
came in that
it?
Lucy
Is it
had
up
with the
to
recommended
that?
wages.
Red button there, is it
No, she's
lit
working.
up?
She said she's working. What happened?
Now I am the X, no,
Is that red button, is that
the X
right
keeps
there on
going
the,
in.
right there where your hand?
It's on,
It's on.
Put it in a different, see if you can put it in a
Which,
different one.
this is this one. Oh, no, it's not even plugged in. Wait a minute. This is you. Yeah, you're plugged in. What's this one?
Is your calculator working? Yeah,
What's this one?
What's
This-
not working?
This
it must be the cord because like the X keeps going
Something's
on.
unplugged right here. I can't get it
So it's
to.
coming off of this and here over here.
They're all working over there, Stan.
Yeah.
I see the red light.
This is you. This is you. No, this is you. No, this is you. You're not plugged in.
I'm not plugged in.
Kelly, how do these, I did that?
Okay, now I'm charging. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I don't know.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Let me see.
Thank you, Lisa. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna shut down. Like, please don't. I hope I don't lose everything. Or do.
Oh, no, it's not this.
This is for the child
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, it's the wrong one.
The 27,200 possible health coverage, they weren't for sure if they were going to need it or not.
Right, it depends on what
And it
the
is
plan is for this
reimbursable.
year, whether
I've got-
a couple of
I
them
got
take
my
it or don't
notes.
take it.
66% reimbursement
On what?
on the
Health insurance,
health insurance.
if they take it.
I've got, yeah, if they take it. I got-
Oh, yeah, I remember, I think she did say that.
66% reimbursable.
Yeah, that's why we keep that separate and that's not in the general
Okay.
commissioner's fund.
If you get reimbursed, where does it go? Back in here?
Some of it goes to
General
general
fund.
when we get it, yeah. We get that.
We're paying out of the general, so it should go back in the general.
It's divided.
So it all don't go back in the general.
I don't think so.
Office supplies, 2,000. Computer supplies, 1,000. Registration fees, 300. Postage, 850. Travel, 1,000 for the conference. That went up a couple hundred. Internet, 250. Copy machine, 800. 250 for software maintenance. Post office space, oh, that's the rent. What is that?
It's where they used to pay rent down there.
It was a part of it, then they had
Oh,
the
that's
other
part of
part
it
and the
too?
other thing.
I thought it would have been more than that.
Or it comes out of prosecutor.
It's 20,000.
Yeah, something.
Or it's out of the
There.
prosecutor.
There's
or it's
11,000
out of
something over
40.
there.
Yeah.
20.
Subscriptions and dues, 250. Oh, I just wonder why is that much more? It's because of the insurance. From the prior year. Yeah.
And she said she wasn't sure.
Reducing that rent. I was thinking it would be less, but it's not.
Again, why would that be? Insurance here, and I mean, just
Because
like
it has
parking
to be kept separate so they can get that
Reimbursement.
reimbursement. They have to know how much was spent out of for the 40.
so you wouldn't take that off the million.
That's on top of it.
Parks and Rec shouldn't be taken off the million.
That's something we were talking about earlier.
We don't know why that was like that.
I don't know why Parks and Rec was there. I didn't even notice it.
I remember Greg saying that's the way I always done it.
Yeah.
Nobody told me any different.
Costs are coming in less.
I haven't heard yet. I asked that
I
question.
think it might be an
yesterday.
area we can. Now what, okay, does this not have anything to do with this other thing?
And it's the prosecutor.
Well, yeah, but there's some of these people that work half or whatever, half their jobs, so I didn't know. I don't know.
Do what?
You know, those, when she came in for the hearings, in the budget hearings, and she was talking about the recommended salaries from IPAC, just like Lucy was talking about recommended salaries from,
Good. You know, there's none of those that are recommended, they're not mandated.
I know, but it's the same thing.
Well, if you're gonna do recommendations, I mean, we can have people make
I'm
recommendations.
not saying we're doing it, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
I mean,
it was
this is-
brought up, so we need to talk about it if we're gonna consider it in any way, shape, or form for any other thing.
I mean, this is what she requested.
This is her request.
Is that what
This is what she
Is it different than what's on here?
No, we'll
It doesn't, yeah,
we'll deal with
this
this
is
when
what
we get
she
there.
requested.
We'll move on into soil conservation.
Hmm. They didn't come in.
If I recall correctly, that subscription and
What
dues
was that?
also includes some insurance
On what?
on soil conservation.
Yeah, it says also the dues increased this year from 2,000 to 3,250. Since this dam is classified as a high hazard dam, it has to be inspected every 2 years. The 2024 inspection was free and the cost of it was 6,250.
God, and we're stuck with that dam too. That's all.
Yeah, we're stuck with that bond.
We're stuck with it.
Why did that have so?
Down that curve,
Probably did, but the county should bought
Yeah, how come we didn't know? Only like 70,000?
don't know, the weather hope built it. Used to live there. Theoretically, if that dam breaks, that house could get,
it. It will. It will
well,
eventually, more than likely. But the county should have bought it. I think it's sold.
I'm surprised the bank would loan money on it.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they
Okay,
pay.
you wanna go back to the jail since Alan's here?
Yeah,
Good statement.
oh, I think, our main question right now, we were requesting
Uniform?
uniform allowance.
Uniform for
Allowance. It
For
went
the
from,
jail.
Jail.
jail officers. I mean, a pair of pants anymore is $70 a piece. Like these pants that I have on, they're like anywhere from 60 to 70. These shirts are like 30 to 40, so that's why we asked for more.
How much did it go up from last year? All those things, because
They went up quite a bit over the last couple of years. We just haven't asked for anything in a while, any extra in their uniform allowance. That's why we haven't asked for so long, and this stuff is all expensive. We all know that.
well, in 23, it was 1,500, wait.
All together, you mean?
Expended 1,500 in 23, 24, the budget's 2,100, and then next year you want 4,400.
Yeah, but it's just, we haven't asked for anything like that in a long time.
did you pay for it out somewhere else then?
Yeah, a lot of times we pay for it out of commissary.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the inmate housing, I can't have any inmates from Vandenberg County right now, so that inmate housing is not gonna be there anymore.
What has it has 100,000 something in it right now.
That's not accounted for, that'd be
Um,
great.
budgeted 46,863, leaving $100,066. So we were wanting to request that you pay for your meals, bedding, pots and pans, and inmate clothing out of that. And then once that's spent down, the commissary and the inmate housing down to 15,000, then you come ask us for
Not
it.
the commissary, you're talking about the
Both.
Gerald. No, I don't like that idea because I
Okay.
use that commissary to pay your other bills that I don't have money for. You can see out through the year how many bills we pay out of the commissary that
Do you have reoccurring bills or contracts that you can share with us so that we
we have a
can
lot
set
of
those,
different occurring.
we can set those aside?
Yeah, but right now, I would ask you not to do that. I don't care about inmate housing, that's fine. Take what you need to out of there. The commissary, no. I just do not agree with that whatsoever. We pay, it's not gonna last long. It's only like 60 or 70,000 in there. So is that gonna last very long? No, but we do use that a lot for
Well,
different things.
I mean, I guess it's the same thing if we're using commissary and inmate housing for meals, bedding, pots and pans, appliances, and the inmate clothing, all those things that are required for inmates, then if we get down to that threshold, that Keith was saying like 15 to 20,000 between the two, then you could just come and request from us
Okay.
whatever it is
You
that
guys
you
also
need.
see every year how much money I bring in to the, general as well.
Does
I
it
never
go
asked
to
for
the
any
inmate
of
housing?
that. No, I never asked for any
What
of
goes
that.
into the general?
Anytime we have somebody that is
That's
sentenced after 5 days, we start sending all that money to the county. I've never asked for any of that money.
We was talking about that.
Well, that helps with the additional appropriations, like the meals, when you came and asked us for,
That you argue with.
12
every time I have it, yeah.
yeah, I don't argue with it, but yeah, actually, the
I'm not
12 to
saying you would use
$15,000 that you just asked for, and then you brought us in October, November, and December and told us that you're gonna have additionals then, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not arguing about it, I was just asking
Okay,
questions.
y'all done with me, because I'm not gonna do this.
Hang on a minute, Alan. So you're saying that the state prisoners, if
Goes
you got a
into the
state
general.
prison,
So I have a choice right now, if I want to, as soon as I get somebody sentenced to the state Department of Corrections, I can send those inmates that day to another jail that is willing to take them.
Uh-huh.
Or I can keep them here until the state calls me and says, come get X, Y, and Z. So you guys will get that money all you can. If somebody's kept for 80 days, you're getting 80 times 37.50.
well, that money, in my opinion, should be going into the same account
Is it
that your
going in there?
Vandenberg County money
Well,
goes
it goes
into.
in general fund.
They don't recall it going into general fund, so we're trying to figure out where it's going.
It goes in general fund. I just know I've never got it, so it goes in the general
We
fund.
need to
I
investigate.
think we need to
I think
change
it's
it
going
to
in.
where it goes into the inmate housing, because it's a
I
jail
think it's going into
expense.
my housing.
They think it's going into the inmate housing.
I'm pretty sure it's going into my
Ever
housing.
since I've been.
Well, it's income, it's income.
I think we're putting it
from
in
the
my
jail.
housing.
If you're not getting a separate thing, then you would know, right? If you-
Right, I think we're putting it in my housing.
Oh, that's great, but I've always thought it was on general.
That's good. Because that'll help. with
That would make
clinics also.
sense to put it in there. That would be
Yeah.
great.
That's where it needs to go.
But I know some places you have to have a resolution to do that. But it's always been at the general fund here. That's what I've always used.
I think it's appropriate that it goes in there and then we'll just take
Into
these
the,
expenses
into
out.
the, it shouldn't go into the general fund.
No, in
It
the
should
inmate
go into
housing,
the
then
inmate
it's the
housing.
intended, that's what it is.
If we continue getting inmates, like I said, once they're sentenced, I had that option to either
I think
send them out or.
That's more, in my opinion, which you're in charge, I'm not, but in my thoughts, that is more predictable
Mhm.
than bringing prisoner, I guess, inmates in from Vandenberg County.
Check on that, Chris, because I've never known it to come
I'm
to.
pretty sure we're putting it in my housing.
Okay, you guys are putting it in, okay. I was always told to go to general fund.
So we can use that money for,
That's
Meals,
for meals.
yeah.
And we're just on,
And
as
once
far
it's-
as,
I'm
Once
just
it's
asking,
spent
please
down.
don't do that at commissary, because it won't last very long and
As-
use that for a lot of
as
stuff.
far as vehicles goes, there's nobody that will work with you on a plan, so.
Commissary
Cross that bridge
is the
when it
same
comes.
type of situation though. If you have a need, if it gets spent down, because I think you were talking about commissary and inmate housing, if it gets spent down to a certain threshold, what, Keith suggested 15 to 20,000, then if there's a need, then you would bring it to us. I'm not saying we're not gonna say yes. I mean, if it's an actual need that we
I
need
mean,
to
we
fund,
can't tell you
so,
no on meals.
no, yeah, you can't.
Can't.
But we just wanna
Right,
ask that you pay for the meals, bedding, pots and pans, and inmate clothing from those first.
That's a great
And
idea.
then once they get paid down, then,
I was always
Is
under
it-
underception that it always goes to general fund. And
Okay.
that's what I've always been told, and maybe it's my fault, I've never asked, but I've told always go to general fund.
That's what you
Like I know
told.
this year alone, we probably got 70 to 80 from the general fund. What I thought was general fund, but I don't know where that money is in, because I have no idea.
it's going back into the inmate housing. Okay. I mean, it would make sense that it would.
Be attracted for it.
Mhm.
Here, come over.
And then the intention is fulfilled for what helps.
I'll just ask you, please don't take that out of my commissary or require that, because I would not be able to go very long on it. There's
It's
not
going
that
in inmate housing.
Well, okay, good.
much, there should be a lot more in there.
How much is there receipted in? Receipts to
What,
date.
you said 100,
I can't view on this. Here, let me just
I
pull it
can't see
myself.
it either.
Let me pull it myself.
I like that idea.
On your commissary, you order things way in advance, don't you?
Oh, yeah, you just never know what we have to buy out of that. That's, we just got audited They said that had one of the best commissaries. So,
Didn't know where he's going with that.
you know, where it was, there's nothing wrong with
Says
it.
30.
Well, I'm not saying, I'm just, you know,
39,300.
there's a lot of different corrections.
So the rest of it is, I guess.
We use just inmate housing with no threshold. Just spend that down.
How much you been put in there year to date?
Maybe not all.
39,000.
And then we can look at commissary at that
How much
time
you
and
saying
ask
there-
if maybe he can take
Guess
that
what
out.
it should
We can
be?
see what
Out
it is.
out of what?
Out of, from
Inmate housing?
intake.
Inmate housing? I have no idea. I thought it was like 30 something.
That's what she thought it was. That's what it is.
I had no idea they were putting that in inmate housing. That's fine. That's great. I had no idea.
The Vanderburg is going into inmate housing. It doesn't say anything about your.
General fund?
State houses.
State house.
So, see, I don't know where it goes. I know it doesn't come to us. So anytime we get it, we send it
That's what we
to
were looking at.
the county.
That's what I don't
If
recall.
y'all- if you don't mind, at least make a note of that or.
We'll look, I'll be back at the,
So it comes from DLC or what?
I'm gonna look at it.
Indiana DOC.
As soon as I get back, I can pull it up. Like, as soon as I get back, I can send you a text
Send that to me.
about
Yeah.
what the amount was we sent last time. I want to say it was like 50 to 60,000.
It has to be going into some other account if they don't have a receipt of that.
Some places do have a resolution, I think. I think they do that if you do set that aside just for the jail, it has to have a resolution.
It wouldn't be, well, I don't know.
We can
We
make
could
one.
maybe write one up ourselves.
I'm just
Write it
asking.
down,
please
David.
don't take that, don't.
Here we go, I'm looking.
We can look at it, write it down for the next
Next, hold on, I'm looking, I just
On there,
found
ordinance
reimbursement. Okay.
ordinance resolution
Look
list.
at that. Reimbursement from state, next.
Inmate
You're
housing.
looking the wrong way.
Huh? Oh, I'm doing them the wrong way, thank you.
When they send reimbursement from state for like pauper or other things, do they say what it's for?
It's like a,
So it's not like you're
Investigation.
getting mixed up or, no, okay.
okay.
I know you said sometimes it's hard to figure out what it is
Sometimes
coming
it
in.
is, Yeah.
From the state, it's from the
Yeah.
DOC.
Just from the state, sometimes they get
Oh,
things,
okay.
or anywhere really.
Does it
and then
say
they-
something about Department of Corrections in it?
Oh, man. That'd be nice,
I thought it should.
so that they know.
Like the time they had
Nuns went in,
the bridge,
Yeah,
you know, the bridge.
yeah, that's a perfect example, just saying from the state for what, you know, have to investigate what it is.
they put all the funds over, 'cause it ain't like neither one of them.
I don't have a problem with that at all, taking up all out of there, but just please don't do it on the commissary. I would not.
We don't have anything for this year yet. I
You haven't
didn't,
gotten any?
with that line item of reimbursement from the
Do you
state,
think we should have gotten some?
I know it was like 60 the last
so
time.
it must be received, let me see.
60,000 this year?
60.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, give me those numbers so I can research.
He
Hold on,
must be
see if
sending a
there's
lot of people
jail-
off.
Jail ones.
Well, after
They
5
said-
days, it's 37.50 a day.
I know, but that's quite a bit.
How did we-
Here,
it's
Department
taking
of
that long.
Correction, here, there's another line. I was looking for
Taking that long for
reimbursement
them
from
to
the
Oh,
state.
yeah. That's why we had one in there,
Reimbursement.
90, 100 days. And that's why we start complaining to
Hold
the
on.
DOC.
Here we go. It's under reimbursement. Okay, Alan is correct. It is, God, reimbursement, Department of Corrections, jail. And this year, it is a total of 121,906.42
That was for last year, or this year?
this year.
That's what's in there right now?
And it is going in,
Oh, okay.
That's the
Yeah,
amount
okay, I
of
got you, I
receipts
got
that have.
it went into the general fund.
So he is correct. Those are going into general.
Has there been any this
Vanderburg.
year?
Vanderburg is going into
Inmate.
Inmate housing.
Yeah,
Well, I think that the DOC should be going into the inmate
I
also
think it
myself.
should go in the
Yeah,
inmate
makes
also.
sense.
Can you do that?
I can start receiving it however.
Have we
I
took
mean, are you
any
allowed
this
to do
year?
that? I don't know.
Maybe that's the reason why we was funding it here, because it was going into
Inmate
general
housing?
fund
I think
before.
it is. So does it
Yeah,
allow for a transfer
I think
in
that would
without an
make
actual?
No, we can,
perfectly
but you
sense.
guys
That
can
makes
put
sense,
a
then
You have to get
ordinance
an
in play
additional
to
anyway.
start
If you
putting
want, if
that.
I want to use that
Ordinance
money, I have to get an
You can put an ordinance in
appropriation.
play for me to start depositing
Kind of like the
that
paper.
into inmate housing, because it's a home rule fund. So if we did an
And then when we
ordinance to
have these
where
expenses, we can just,
it won't go into general, it'll go into inmate, and then you'll pay everything out of inmate,
so it's kind
makes
of
it cleaner.
more intentional, just like the
Makes
pauper.
it easier to track.
Yeah, cause look, I had to search and
Well,
search,
yeah.
yeah. To find it,
Yeah.
and because I was looking under reimbursement from the state, but then there's a line item
We just
for,
need to look how to do that.
But we
with
were
Department.
trying to
There's-
budget.
I'm sure
it,
there's rules about that.
And then the other was going into general when it actually should have went to inmate, so, you know,
they'll think
Or
about
would
it
it.
actually
could
get
be
more
just changing
in
the
the
inmate
inmate
housing
housing.
ordinance and making it where that is allowed to go.
Where
into food.
everything goes in there.
Yeah,
Both
both,
state
instead of
and-
just Vanderbilt County.
I would hate to see you take all that money, maybe half. I mean, I don't know that we need all that, would we?
Well, we have, I mean, you have a lot of meals and stuff. I mean,
Okay.
you have, there's a lot of, we could do utilities. We could do,
Yeah,
anything that's a true
Yeah,
jail
it doesn't say,
expense. So,
if I remember, it does not say what you have to use it for.
so, and
We're
I
all
think,
jail related, your inmate.
I
so
think
if
that we
there
are- I
ends
think
up being
we
a
ought to try
big
to stay
abundance, we can
focused
go,
on
we can do the
meals,
general off more
Clothing
utilities and other
stuff
things. So
directly.
then that'll help you have
involves
other money
prison.
for
Prison rule.
other things.
yeah,
I don't know about the
agree.
utilities.
I agree.
Yeah, myself, I don't know.
I mean, I'm just giving
I'm
an example
I know,
of,
I understand.
if there's an overabundance of money,
I knew it would.
I don't think it's gonna
I
be
knew
that.
Vanderbilt.
Maybe, if for some reason there is, other
Because
things
if there's
can,
that many
When
prisoners,
those are coming in.
that's gonna make all the
expenses go up, yes,
clothes.
you're right.
overtime.
With that money
employees,
comes
everything
more
else, so-
expensive, yeah. Okay,
All right, good.
thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Please don't take all that commissary. please.
We'll take out the commissary.
I hear you.
Do not take.
I'm not saying we'll never have to ask
And
if
then
there's
I
something,
will, I
but
will look again, but I'm almost positive, I didn't know it was that much, but I know that would be fine with me. I don't, just put it all in there and.
if you have any reoccurring contracts or anything that you're currently paying out of there, we will need to know that though. Because if we say, no, out of inmate housing, because
Yeah, so I have the tasers, I lived it on there, didn't I? Taser and body cameras,
You just have contracts with that.
yeah,
is that the only thing? That's,
for out of that, one, body cameras and tasers, should be the only two you're gonna find on there.
but this is on, you're talking about on jail.
Inmate
Inmate
housing.
housing, okay.
Inmate housing.
That's the only like reoccurring expenses that you have. Okay, so we'll want to make sure that at least
How much
minimum
are
of that's in there.
Those are already budgeted on there. We'll see them on there.
Okay.
They're on there.
Tasers are 18,000 a year, something like
There
that.
you go.
What is it on there? I don't have my glasses, God, don't give that to me.
Maintenance contract is 8640 and body cameras is 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so those two together is about 19,000.
Yeah.
So that would make sure we always have money for that. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you, Alan, for.
That'll be helpful.
That, you scared me to death.
Learning something all the time.
What's that? What'd you learn?
I learned that money was going in the general.
Well,
fund
now
on
we
that, so
can,
it
now
should
we've
have
solved the
been
problem with that. I mean, I think that
I
that,
think it's
What's it
always
with the
been
general
going,
fund,
it's
though?
always
It's
been
just
going.
a general
general
fund.
fund.
You did,
Yeah.
it's always,
See,
you
Yeah.
just.
if we're more
continue on.
intentional, we can relieve some of the
What's that?
$2,100 probably, about 200,000 a year.
Because us,
How
it
much?
cuts money out of us.
What's that being used for though?
It's all on
It
there.
just gets whatever, for whatever grab bags. That's the problem.
Well, it's going in there and then when you do the additionals or whatever out of there, they,
So, but I like this because then we'll
I
be able
know.
to tell more what the true expense is. Because right now,
You're kind of matching up.
Unless you
with-
just
Well,
add all
if
those
we're getting
additional.
a whole bunch of money in there, they're not releasing any out of it, then maybe, get.
It's kind of the same principle as the pauper.
it is, it's just making.
I
it
would
more
love to see where you know this money's going in here
Yes,
and it's
we're
paying for this. This
A lot
money's going
simpler
in
that
here.
way.
Yeah.
It's a lot simpler,
Lot simpler.
rather than taking it over.
Plus,
putting
you know,
it in here,
two plots,
taking
you're
it
not looking over
moving
here and
it up
over there and
here,
additional
down
over here and down
Yeah.
here and wherever we're grabbing it from, Riverboat or whoever needs,
Okay, so, Walter.
It's hard to
we did
follow
finish
that.
one.
I guess we did.
Okay,
So
is that,
Jail.
are we back to jail or we're done?
No, we're done with jail. I
Okay, so
think,
then we're
now.
going to soil conservation
Yeah,
back
that's where
there.
we're at.
soil conservation?
You guys are talking about a dam or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about subscription and dues and
But
stuff.
what did you say? You said it was you said it was 3250? How come it says 35?
Well, this is in,
Subscription and dues.
she says for 25.
3250?
Okay, she said dues increased this year from 2,000 to 3,250.
She got budgeted 3,500. She must be another two
But see,
fifty
but
somewhere.
let's see, 24, we adopted 2,000. She said they increased to 3,250.
Okay, but why is there 3,500?
I guess because she's anticipating they're gonna be maybe a little more than what they were this year. I don't know how she paying for those, that increase. It went from 2,000 to 3,250, we only budgeted 2,000.
She didn't ask for an additional, did she?
I paid out,
Maybe
throw it
she's
out,
going
ran,
to by the end of the year.
She paid out 2,000.
paid out the equipment rent or something.
Hmm.
She's probably in her office.
That's weird. We need to call her?
If that's what,
She's probably in her office.
Well, if you guys look, there
Get
was
her.
5,000 budgeted last year in the Deer Creek Lake expenses, and they only spent 1,170, so she probably moved money.
why did they only spend 1,170?
Well, then why do we
Well,
need an
no.
increase?
I'm gonna be extra moving the money.
The whole year? Only
She
1,100?
hasn't spent anything this year. No, she only expended 2,000 this year. That was nothing, right?
Look at last year.
Last year, she expended
Well,
2,000 too.
She maybe paid
Why
it
does she
out
want
of,
6,000?
it says that
Can we give
they
her?
bring in additional funds into Perry County for your rental or equipment.
They rent out a lot of equipment.
So she could
Thank
have
you.
paid it out of that.
I
or
bet she
do that.
did.
Wasn't there some kind of litigation on that too? Did they ever get that settled?
On the Deer Creek Lake up there. I
Are you
don't,
talking-
I don't know if it's
Are
ever
you
gonna
talking about the
settle.
rental or the
Deer Creek
Deer
Lake.
Creek? Like,
The Dew Creek.
That's ongoing.
Yeah,
Is it
it'll,
still going?
If I
it'll
go
always
forward.
go on. It'll never end.
someone said the house sold.
I think it's sold a good while back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Not
very long.
recently.
I mean, recently.
Recently?
Yeah.
I think it's sold a while back. So I think there was discussion a year ago about if it ever comes up for sale again,
But
the
what,
county needs to.
oh, I always understood that it just did it in the last
Maybe,
year.
maybe it did. Nobody knew about it.
And it was like 70,000 and now it's being listed.
Thank you.
with Knee House.
Oh, she's on vacation.
Jim Neat House.
Thanks for trying.
Or 200 or something.
Hmm.
So I think she must
Can
have.
we cut that to 2,000? Deer Lake?
I don't even know what it's for.
I don't think we need to
I don't-
cut Deer Lake expenses
I don't think so.
is, all of it.
without talking to somebody from that department, unless we, I don't.
It says the
Just according to the history.
The 2024 inspection was completed and the cost of it was $6,250.
Is that every year?
It's every 2
It
years. I think.
says every 2 years. It has to be inspected every 2 years.
So if we just got it inspected this year, it wouldn't be next year.
No, you wouldn't think.
And then with maintenance, when they go in to mow it.
Might have to be something done up there though too. Some repairs from that inspection this year.
Does it say anything about that, David?
What's
I
that?
don't think I have that.
Yeah, you. It was given to everybody that was in your box at the courthouse.
Mine was on the box, I guess.
Well, that's where I got mine.
I think my box
That's
does.
where I got mine.
We all got on the same night there.
Must have been, was told to go to our box. Yeah, you get your,
She didn't email it, did she email it to you?
I cleaned it all out.
I don't think I got that.
Smart.
I don't remember seeing it, because I thought,
I've never seen it.
They also received 20,000 from
I didn't
Clearwater,
know that.
Indiana to help with expenses. There's a cash match for district staff and operations, which makes it possible.
I mean, do they have funds of their own that they pay stuff out of?
oh yeah.
They rent equipment too, so that's maybe where
I mean,
she,
They have
every
their own
equipment
funds.
is all over in Kentucky and everything else.
so that's maybe how she'd be able to pay
That's
for
big
that.
income for them.
okay, so then just take that Deer Lake off.
No, I don't think so. I don't, might cut it, but I don't think we need to take it off.
I don't have any information. I have to check my.
No, she put a letter in her mailbox to all of us.
Yeah, I remember seeing it, I think. I
Here, you wanna look at this and
Here's mine right here.
Thank you. Mm-mm.
but they pay that every 2 years. She did 3, well, it doesn't, it doesn't stay there, does it?
Can't encumber it.
So,
So it just goes,
but then she doesn't need it. If she doesn't need it this year, why would you budget it?
But you don't know if she needs it or not.
Well, they just did one.
I know, but this says expenses, it don't say inspection.
Inspection, but they may be required to do so many
Expenses.
things.
Yeah, they do an inspection, and they give you a list of things.
I know
that need to
they
be
pay.
done.
oh, it says maintenance.
They pay somebody to come in and mow that thing.
Hey,
these
That's
days,
true.
Right here, it says,
And to grade the road.
this is this year, so they had the total, and they had operations was 2,000 in dues, Deer Lake 5,000 maintenance. So that's what that Deer Lake is for, maintenance,
So
I
they,
assume, that's what it was,
Expenses.
the
They
5,000.
budgeted 5,000, you guys budgeted 5,000 last year. They're asking 6,000.
And we only spent 2.
No, they spent
They spent 5.
1,000.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. And they only spent 1,170 of the 5,000 last year.
That's
There's
weird.
23.
No, that's
That was in
23. They
23.
They haven't spent anything yet this year.
Haven't paid anybody.
Yeah. And that was as of May, so maybe they paid stuff in
Yeah.
June,
Yeah, summertime.
July. I mean, let me,
You can see
I
it.
can look.
Good
But in
idea.
20,
I mean, do you want me to look?
Good idea, Chris.
Well, I'll go to my docs, but I didn't have this the
Let me
other
look
day.
real quick. 39601.
I check it every time I'm there.
Oh, you weren't at that meeting.
What's this soil of
It was
750?
the joint meeting where we got those.
Oh, that's,
I don't have it.
okay. Here, let me look real quick.
I've been there since though.
You balance by account.
Wasn't in there.
They spent 5,000.
They've spent all of it
This year?
There's a reason for the 6th then.
September 3rd.
they did something September 3rd, huh?
Let's see what,
Okay.
let me see what the claim's for.
Yeah, that'd be helpful, like mowing or what?
They
How
paid
did
it
you do that?
to
Where'd that money come from?
Banning Engineering. That's for, the inspection was 6,200. So we paid
For 2 years.
5,000. So they used that full 5,000 to pay for the 2024 dam safety inspection. And they had to have paid $1,200 out of their,
Rental or
But that's-
donation account.
But that's the
whatever.
thing, that's every 2 years.
So that was this year. What about in the coming year? We don't know. Well,
sounds like
she's
they
gonna
needed
have, maybe she-
6,000, but
Think she's gonna need it next year too then.
I don't know where that inspection fees budget at then. Where'd that come from?
Come out of that
it
5,000.
came out of that 5,000.
You think the 6,240?
That's what it said. It said dam inspection.
They just paid from somewhere.
$6,200, and they paid 5,000 here, and then I guess they paid $1,200 out of their own. We mailed a check for 5,000 on 9/3.
But that's the one they're saying is every 2 years.
He's,
So it
yeah,
looks like
based
we
on- how do you
shouldn't
know?
touch it then.
That request says it's every 2 years?
The inspection
It's
is,
inspections every 2 years.
but not the maintenance.
I guess she's not here, we can ask.
I don't know.
she's on vacation.
Probably shouldn't touch it then if she's, just in September, they've written over $5,000.
Pretty much heats it up. Sounds like it.
More than eats it up.
I just wish we knew if the inspection was every year, and if not, what is that for next year? Because if that's an area we could
They
cut
must have
2,000, we should.
done something extra. Probably every year, that's probably around $1,100. You see, as part of the history,
They use. get
23 and 22, and then
You gotta buy riprap.
this year was different.
You know, they found some deficiency in the riprap. More than likely.
Reseeding and all
Mhm.
All right,
So we're leaving at 6?
Yeah,
I mean, for now,
that. Yeah, I'd say leave it.
this
I don't
is just
think we
a
should touch it.
first preliminary.
I think you need to leave it.
Oh, this is the health insurance.
Otherwise, subscriptions and dues went to 3,500. Did you decide that?
Didn't you tell us something about it?
I did.
That says right here in the letter. 2,000,
Oh, yeah.
1,350.
But it's
I
not
guess-
3,500.
No.
You wanna take it to 3,250? Or you,
Just leave it.
okay, Parks and Rec?
Now, they pay their own group insurance.
I don't know.
I think we need to just move that, put that to 0 and pay it out of commissioners. Cause I don't know why that's there.
Do you have
I think
enough
it's just
in there to
cover-
cover, you think? The 1 million?
Can you see where we're at with that? For this year?
One second.
For a second, change. We can change it any given time. Somebody has to sort of.
Really, the only thing that changed on this is just equipment repair,
What?
A little bit for postage.
other than the
And what did he say that was for? I remember.
Tires.
Yeah.
Okay, because the ARP were,
tires for truck, he said.
okay.
Out of general commissioner's budget for insurance, of the 1 million, we've expended 475,205.73
So we're ahead of schedule.
as of today. That's
Today,
as of today, so we're
But that's good, that's ahead. We're ahead then.
way,
knock on wood.
No, that's
I know.
basically as of,
When's the last time you paid?
end of July. That's
Oh.
when I transferred,
Oh, she transfers every 3 months, every
twice a year,
twice a year, sorry.
to the
every 6
end of the
months.
year.
Okay, so we're on pace.
So group insurance on this?
We'll have a little bit, maybe.
So.
We were talking about.
I don't know if we
She
should scratch
transfer
it.
twice a year
I don't
from
think so.
commissioners to,
No, from the department.
May already be coming out there.
I don't think so. They budgeted it last year.
I just don't understand why.
We,
Because it's all.
I would like to
budgeted
get them all
out
the
of-
same, but
yeah, we talked the other day about how, why some of them are, some of them aren't on the group.
So I
so you
have to put it
transfer
in.
from the commissioners.
No.
Well, you pay it out of each department, correct?
Both his employees available for insurance.
But it comes out of
Make it
Last year,
whole.
last
the
year.
departments and
That's why it's,
I didn't know,
so
'cause
that's
you
why I
know,
have to put the negative departments.
I think what it is, it went from 2 singles to a
So
family
they're
of
the
singles.
offsets.
That might be what it is.
Okay, sorry. about
what happened?
that. It's confusing. It's the most confusing.
I think we should leave it, don't you? I want to take it out, but I really want it all to be in the commissioner's one.
I want to talk, I'm
But I think if we take it out,
gonna have to cut someplace.
isn't it,
But is this going in?
it's already here. It's our,
I
And
mean,
it's already,
is-
whether it's in
yeah.
this department or that department, it's.
Yeah,
not
but
in
you're
general.
it's just gonna come out of that million and it's gonna free up that. in
well, it's
general.
just admin.
In what we've already submitted to state, you see what I'm saying? It's just gonna have where it's coming out.
We just may be short on the million, or we may not.
I just like to get to where it makes sense that everything's paid out as a million.
Can't we
I
go
want that
ahead,
too.
go ahead and leave it alone
Probably
because
change it next year
numbers
maybe.
for the state budget?
And
And
if
but
you-
plan on January
Well, if you
first
take it out,
of
we're
moving it?
just taking it out.
If you take it out, then it's.
Taking 53,000 off what you gotta cut.
Yeah,
And you're hoping that that million
I'm
covers
saying, leave it
everybody.
alone. Leave it alone on paper. But the first of the year, your office deal with it to where next year,
no, but that doesn't help you guys
But
right
if you
now.
remove
No.
it, if you remove it now, it helps us.
Yeah, it doesn't help you right now. That's what I'm saying.
For now, and then we might go
I'm
over, have
saying
to do
go
an
ahead and take it
additional.
right now, and, because I'm confused as to why we're paying his out of his
What
out
Mindy said is back before Parks and Rec used to be on their own.
okay, so that makes
But
sense.
then
So
since
if you-
they added
They were their own
Instead of
separate
kind of
thing,
came
and then
together.
whenever they combined, because we had a maintenance person, which was Ellis Howard. And then we have Park and Recs, which was a total different department. And then we combined the two, and that's when that's why they're carrying the insurance, because Park and Recs had it before.
I know, but
So
when
that's
you
the
guys
same
stopped doing
policy,
it, you
isn't
guys were doing it
But
too.
they
and When you
didn't
stopped,
combine
they
it
just
with the
didn't.
commissioners when they combined that maintenance and Park and Recs together.
And it was just last year when we combined or broke it out, we just didn't pay attention to this one to bring it back together.
So if we take it out of here,
It's okay.
we would have to do a additional appropriation.
You may not, you may not.
We may not, we may, if we
It's
do,
just gonna come out of the million.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I doubt you would have to do it.
But it helps us out now.
Well, then
We
take it out.
I say go ahead and take, I mean, yeah, I
Take it
say
out.
it's okay to go ahead and take it out now to help you guys
Yeah.
now, and then everything's coming out of the million, other
I
than the
agree.
ones.
And then
We
that-
just-
if
Other
future
than-
years they need 1.1, then they can.
We just have to remember that we took it out of here and now.
Then the only ones that are coming out are paid out of different funds other than general.
Like reimbursable funds or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is the only one?
As far as I know, this one slipped past me. I didn't know this. I didn't
Take
know.
it out. We'll take a gamble on an additional, otherwise.
I say it's fine in the next year, I'll come ask you for additional in December, right? I'll wait till December.
Please don't.
Well, not December.
Oh,
wait till I run
we're
out.
covered this year.
We're covered this year, yeah.
This is for
Oh,
next year.
So remove 53,676.
Like I said, the only other thing he had increase was cars, and I think it's that his truck.
I mean, I think he needs them if he says he needs them. Greg doesn't ask for much.
Nope.
Postage. What's that mobile phone?
Imagine him mailing much.
What's mobile phone? Does he really have a phone?
I just can't imagine where he would use
Just
$40 in
reimbursement.
postage.
Just reimbursement.
Yeah.
All
I
it's
mean,
got,
what's,
Just him.
what's he make?
just basically
Does
like
anybody
a
have any
cell phone
idea?
stipend. He gets,
What would the Parks and Rec mail? I mean,
I forgot, he told us.
how often do they mail something? This is crazy, $40. I mean, it's not that $40 is much, but
He said the other day,
What did he say? I don't remember what he said.
I never heard him say it.
I think,
I don't mean anything to say.
I'm pretty sure he said. Oh, cause stamps went up or something maybe, or there was something.
But that makes them forever stamps.
The help.
Like the other parts.
I think we need to go back and start at the
Oh, okay.
general, go ahead and get our,
That's true, get
give
general.
you guys the wages,
Yeah.
get everything where
And
we
then we
can.
can go to help.
Because
Go
it's,
back.
it's a
Start
separate.
tomorrow.
It's a separate health,
I
is
know.
separate, yeah.
I know, but I wanna,
Okay.
if you wanna give us the numbers,
This
that's
is
fine.
our intern, by the way, guys.
Hi,
I don't know.
hope
See
you
you
had fun.
tomorrow.
Yeah, be careful, boy.
He did all the copying of their papers.
What, these? Budget book?
I'm glad you get all that mess.
Well, you're just gonna give us the numbers, right?
Good
Yeah,
Lord, take
and then
these.
you guys are gonna give us yours, since we're
County government's not gonna be for him.
Not forget.
we weren't listening on your guys.
Yeah, so you
He
guys-
was going into
And then
political
we'll-
science. He was-
So with that later, and then move on to the next one, and then go
And
back to
then
that
what we'll
tomorrow.
do is I'll see where we're at on general
You'll give us that good news tomorrow morning.
There ain't none of these
Oh,
other
not
departments
tonight,
we
we don't
need
get
to
the
look
good
through.
news tonight.
not in
This
an
is
hour and
just
a half.
general so far. The rest of them aren't general.
No, we gotta go back and do something
I'll be
solid
waiting by
waste.
my computer.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about solid waste.
Huh?
Go back to page 1.
Let's not get into
We ain't
that.
even touched solid waste yet. We're not gonna.
Okay, we're going
look
back
at
to
it
page
first.
one.
Yeah, I'm good, we can read you the wages.
Yeah. You already got, you did some of these things.
Okay, she wants to know anything that we suggested while they
Well, why
were.
don't we go through
Oh.
our top ones, that Kelly, why don't you go ahead and read those? The wages.
We'll start with the elected official, 47,624. 36,999.
Oh, I got that wrong. I got 989.
999.
Gotta round up.
Not $10.
No,
68175. 11539. 12572. 18406. 00.
now it's your turn. Did you guys make any changes on this?
Yep.
Okay,
Well, only one.
what can you,
The association dues went to 477 because it's 1% of the wage.
so 2,800, 2,500, 2,500, 477.
Yeah.
10,000, 50, or 500, 200, $2,860 for a grand total of $217,152.
You already told us that. And that's just first round.
Clerk, or auditor now. Do you need to do a motion
I'll
on
just
any of
just
these?
zero
You
out.
guys, are you guys gonna do any motions on any of these, or?
No, because
It's only
We need
really
to go back
roundabout
through.
way, it's our
Yeah.
first.
This is
Make
just
sure we
not
go
first.
back.
I'd say wait till work.
This is one B on our
Yeah.
readings.
We got a lot of work to do.
Okay, all right.
Is that okay?
Page 2, auditor, elected official, 51370, 69582, 38120, 39281, 15174, 22216, 0.
And then the rest is you guys.
1,500,
We,
1,500, yeah, 1,500 office supplies, 500 shredding, 500 warrants, 1,500 copy paper, and we changed postage to 400, not sure why.
1,400.
1,400,
You added 400.
yeah, we had
Because
400.
she said to be
Travel,
realistic.
3,000, and your dues didn't change, like 854,
Are they a percentage of your?
or did they?
Yeah, it is, I'm pretty positive it is. I know I figured it. I think I figured it off of my old salary though, so 11.5, let me see what that is. Is it 1.5? Or 4.5? Wait, hold on a second, 890 times 1.5%. Yep, it's 1.5% because it's 808.35.
1.5.
Yeah, so 51370 times 1.5% is 771. So 771 plus 45 is 816. So you can change that 854 to 816. So that gives us a grand total of 244,959.
What was it?
244, or,
Description, page what?
816.
Thank you.
Moving on to treasurer,
Treasurer, elected official, 47624, 5565, 36999, 34088, 9507, 13919, 00.
office supplies, 1,500, shredding, 150, 1,000 copy paper, 12,000 postage, 340 postage. Oh, why that's separate. 2,000 mileage, truck travel, 250 equipment repair, 300 dues. I don't know if that's tied to a salary or not. Then 678 state called non-budget expense, on what that is.
Well, I wonder what that, I was thinking about that.
So
Don't you all have
I've never done this, but I guess our state called meetings, we don't have to take out of our travel. Cause somebody was talking about, other auditors were talking about that. So like when it's state called,
They pay.
no, we don't have to, we can put it in as a 50,000. Like, so I've always taken it out of my travel. So I guess, like, if it's a state called meeting, it doesn't have to be a budgeted travel.
Where does the money come from that's in the 50,000?
General, like whatever fund it
It's
is.
just like,
Like ARP, I pay all those out as 50,000s because it's a non-budgeted.
But you all have state call, and you just take it out of your travel. She's
I've
just
always-
called it out
You know about
individually, or
this, 'cause
what?
You know how, like, some, your state called meetings,
Mhm.
that you can do it as a non-budgeted,
It goes out of no appropriation.
no appropriation. I didn't know that, and I always have paid mine out of travel, but if their state called.
If they're state called, which you have two a year.
Yeah.
The assessor has 2 a year, do you have one or two? One.
And
I think
treasurer
the
has
clerk,
one?
the treasurer has one, I think the clerk has maybe two because they have the clerk side and the election side. But all of that comes out of no appropriation.
Yeah. And she doesn't need this in here.
It doesn't cover your registration your registration for the conference still has to come out of regular, but your hotel, lodging, and per diem come out of, and mileage come out of no appropriation.
Appropriation.
So that needs to be,
be.
that doesn't need to be in there, no.
I wonder why nobody else had it.
No, no,
So just take that off.
take that off, yeah. Yeah, just cross that.
Because it's not a budgeted item.
No, it's not a budgeted item.
We need more of those.
To see, like, my state called, we don't even pay for because my association,
Oh, well, but
Pays
if you
for
were a
it.
regular,
If
if
you
you
were a
weren't on
regular.
the board, you would,
so yeah,
you would pay for yours.
yeah. So like all of mine that I go to since I'm on the, and she's the same way now because she's on the treasurer's.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I voted for you two, is get you on there so we wouldn't have to pay for it.
All that extra work we do, I mean, I mean, you did
I was on it, but I'm
yeah,
not
anymore.
not anymore.
So what's the total?
Total is, let me check and make sure my. 615, 242.
That's a lot.
101,
No,
what are you talking about?
the total for treasurer.
Sorry, 165,000.
Oh.
242. What did I say,
No,
165?
you said 600.
600-something.
You said 615.
242.
Is it almost 4 o'clock?
You really turned those around.
165,
I about had
242.
a heart attack.
Wow. I was like, what did I
She
say?
took,
I mean, I'm looking at it.
she took the middle number and put it in front of the one.
Wow. That was a good one. That was a really good one.
Quarter,
We'll
page
forgive you.
4. Elected official, 47624. 36999. 34088. 9081. 13296. 00.
Grand total, 141,088. $141,088.
Page 5, sheriff. Elected official 91757. Were you going to do anything with board members? Or keep it at the 450?
I mean, do you have to? No other boards?
We axed the hell out of them last
we
year.
had
I don't
to
have a
this year.
problem
I
with
think
axing
you
the
have
rest
to.
of it this year.
You had to do something.
We had to leave
last
this,
year.
didn't
They
we?
said we
Yeah,
had to.
sheriff, she had to leave, I
We had
recall.
to.
Okay.
I know, but we could drop it down to $10 a meeting.
State, I think the state says how much it
I
can
don't
be.
think so. I think we're
I
at the
think you were at
minimum,
the minimum.
25.
whatever it was.
We would probably went to $10 if we could have
We checked
last
on
year,
that.
so
It was
Yeah.
minimum.
leave it alone.
We checked it last year, it was minimum stuff we had. And that's what
So
we took.
450.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, 450.
First chief deputy, what'd you say?
58300.
Okay.
54376.
Okay.
54376. 52695. 52695. 52695. Social Security, 54788.
Did you have uniform?
Uniforms.
Yeah, I don't know about uniforms.
Okay, my bad.
She's just doing so.
Right.
Part-time police officer, 5,000. 0, 0. 30817. 52695.
Hold on a minute. Holiday pays 30817?
Yes.
How come it's more if these are going down?
If you look at what was budgeted last year, it did go down, or this year.
He requested,
I don't
he requested 27,500.
I think he
Because we
went
had the last
part of
holiday.
It did there.
It
Well,
wouldn't
that's
go
holiday.
up. It wouldn't go up.
I know, but last year was based on,
less all this.
What I'm saying is
More
what you
holiday.
just told us is more than what he even asked for to begin with. So how's that? When the salaries go down?
I don't know what he figured. I don't know.
Oh, you're saying he might have figured wrong.
She figured that, we figured the 3817 based off of this.
30817 from all of the figures that we had.
We'll go
I
and
don't
check
know
it.
what his formula
I'll
was.
put it,
Right there.
I'll put it
I
in
like that.
orange and we'll check that one.
Seventh,
We'll redo it again.
seventh deputy, 52695. 52695. 52695. 52695. 52695. 0.
Oh, let's see, we didn't change all, so uniforms, we didn't change them, did we?
We can look at it.
Let me look at it.
I think we need to leave it alone just for now.
He said they were more expensive, I don't know. This only went from $13.50 more.
Right.
The other one like doubled. I don't know.
The other one, I think maybe we could work on. I think we'll leave this one alone.
So uniforms,
I just don't know about this car internet stuff. I forgot what he said.
office supplies, $11.50. Tires, we left that $48.50. Fuel and all, we didn't change any of these.
No.
$57,500, postage $550, training, travel, education, $4,000. What did we say that was, the PSC and in-car,
Something about they've got like a
$6,100.
mobile hotspot in.
But where were they paying it from, commissary?
I put that to the side, that I don't know if we were questioning it or someone had told us that.
I'd like to see that come back out of commissary if we can. I mean, it would help, instead of adding,
We could tell him to take that out of the commissary and we'll leave the inmate housing
I've got it in my notes,
fund the inmate.
just pay it off commissary.
we can ask them to pay that out of commissary still.
So you're talking about internet,
PSC and in-car,
you wanna leave it at what?
Take it to 0.
yeah,
Take it all, okay.
ask them to see what it looks like. This is the first round. Is everybody okay with that just for right now?
Right.
To see, I mean, this is all draft, so.
Reserve
matter.
deputy, $800, that's liability insurance. Vehicle maintenance, he's got that 8,000, I don't know if he did that because he think he's gonna keep the older big up.
That's what he said. If he keeps the old ones and buys the
It's gonna
5,
need it. If you
Radio
don't.
repair equipment maintenance, 1,000. Subscriptions and dues, 1,000. Those both went up, I don't know. Police payment, police car, that's if he,
We said strike that.
what do we want to put there?
well, at least 17.5,
17.5?
at least to buy
Yeah,
those, yeah.
that 3,500.
At minimum.
I think that's all we put there.
17.5,
That's because
And then if they wanna sign a new lease or something
We
with
just
for
have to
2 or
look
4
fine.
or whatever,
find the money. If they ever work out a plan.
he has another here for equipment for 1,000.
that one, I forgot what he said. He said something.
More.
So just take that 63,000 out of 17.5.
63,000 goes down to 17,000.
Yeah, cause that'll purchase 5 of those 5 cars that are up for lease for 30, or trucks, or $3,500 a piece.
That's really the only thing we changed,
So you have a,
other than the salary.
Okay, so with that, the total with, we'll check the holiday pay of
Right.
30,817. 878, 124. 878,124.
Okay.
Page 6, coroner,
Warren ain't here, so we can chop this one down.
elected official, 7524. 4287. 4287. 6122. 4287. 4287. 235600.
We had office supplies, 300, fuel and oil, 800, camera supplies, 50, sample collection equipment, 50, cadaver bags, 750, decon equipment, gloves, $50, mask and filters, $50, uniform allowance, 500, cleaning and sanitation supplies, 200.
Went down.
He reduced that by 100. Lab and X-ray, 1,500. I think he said he was getting ready to do one or something. Those are pretty expensive. Autopsy fees, 23,000. Morgue fees, 300. Postage, 100. That's down 25. Travel, 600. That's up 100. Travel training education, 600. Vehicle maintenance, 300. Tool maintenance, 200. subscriptions due 1,000. Equipment, 0.
Are his state called anything?
He said he needed a new
You know how
computer.
you
though.
said yours?
Yeah. He did say he didn't have it on here, but he needs a new computer and I'll just give him estimates anywhere from 400 to 1,400,
He does need a new
which is not a
computer.
lot.
He does need a new computer.
Some people want to add
Has he
that.
got anything left in his budget right now to where he could cover that?
Also, can you tell me what we spent on autopsies so far this year? Sorry. No. I think it's more than 23,000.
Seems like we have so many autopsies.
And a lot, just a year ago, what we did this year.
Huh?
Or
2 years
what,
ago.
The 23.
I think
We're
we've
gonna put
had
that,
additional.
we want to put that computer under equipment.
Huh?
We want to put that computer under equipment where he's got
He
0.
needs a new computer.
I think he needs to buy it this year. We don't need to buy, wait.
I'm gonna look and see how much.
Try to
he's
see if
got.
you can
Oh,
transfer money
you think you
around.
could do that now this year?
Somewhere.
If he
Somewhere
can
we
move
sure
money
enough
around, you
Yeah.
know, move money, do in-house transfer, or come to you guys if it's going
Yeah.
from 3 to a 2. I'm gonna look at how much he's got left in his budget. So Kelly wanted to know how much we spent on autopsies.
So far.
So far.
To date, or?
This is as of, you know, what, the
With
last,
additional?
yeah, 17, we spent 17,245.
It can't be that.
Okay.
Because we've done additionals and they've asked for 23 last year.
Well,
He said he's had 11 autopsies since the 11th of September.
appropriation is 29,000. Expenditures is 17,245.
It's about 10 autopsies.
Unless there's,
Why have we done additional?
Because he only budgeted,
What? Where's it at?
what was the original?
23,000?
that
We
wasn't
didn't
money.
budget, we budgeted 13, I believe.
Yeah,
Well, this says total 24 budget.
yeah, but that 23 is
That's
wrong.
okay, so
24.
I thought you included an additional.
The 24 is wrong,
No.
23,000.
How?
We didn't budget 23,000 last year.
we did not.
How many of
let me
these are
go-
wrong?
let's see. Let me go to my appropriation screen.
Well, it says we did.
Actually, we did.
Yeah, and there's been additional, so something's not right there, is that?
So, 23,000, we paid 3,800 out in March 5th, 1940 out, 320, 3,730 out July 12th, 7,775 out 8/21, and we just did an additional appropriation for 6,000, so maybe he hasn't submitted all of the invoices yet.
And we still have 3 months.
He's got $11,755 left.
I think when he
In
said
appropriation.
at the meeting, when we gave him that 6,000,
Uh-huh.
that he had, that
He had
would put
some
him,
left.
that,
I
He
think
had like
he
1.5
plans ahead, and I
left.
don't think he
Yeah.
gets all
so this would
of
have
it.
made him 4.5.
I think as soon as
Which I
he
don't know how
goes,
you're
he gets
gonna do
them,
a
but we
half.
haven't paid out yet.
He talks halves all done.
So we've spent the 23 plus
That might be
6.
him coming.
23 plus 6.
23 plus
Yeah, it
6,
is.
29,000.
There
It
he
is.
is.
Close.
There it is.
It's getting close then.
Just keep an ear on us.
We have 3 months left.
They
We
all
might hit
are.
40.
As you
We're
work out.
30.
There he is.
You've been,
Hear us talk about this?
Yeah. So what do you need to know?
Okay. We were just wondering about the autopsy.
Because I showed, they were asking how much we had paid to date, and I said 17,245, so that gives you back appropriation, you have remaining appropriation for 11,755.
Okay, let me find my autopsy.
I think he said he had bills coming or something.
Probably just waiting on the bills
Because
yet.
I wouldn't want to just give 6,000 for it.
Okay, before I got the 6,000 additional,
Uh-huh.
we was down to 5,755, which was, that basically covers 2.5 autopsies.
Okay, where are the bills? Because we're not paying them, we haven't paid all these
They've
out.
all been submitted.
Okay, well, we still have,
The last one, and we've had another autopsy since then that I'm waiting. I haven't got a bill on it yet, but it was done on the 3rd of this month.
you test Kim and see if we have any. any being paid out on this next
It
claim
was,
docket.
there was
Tonight?
two, one in
Cause
October,
that would be everything
July, there's one in August,
today.
4 in July,
Okay, so let me tell you what we paid out so far. If you're going backwards, in August, we paid $7,775. And it says 2 invoices,
in August,
August 21st.
okay. I had a balance at the end of, I had a balance at the end of July at 7,745. And then we had another autopsy on 8/2.
On different directions, ain't you?
You're
When did you
going
start
back.
your appropriation?
23,000.
He's talking about money left in his pocket, she's talking about how much money the check was for.
So.
Said we're gonna do that.
So here you go. You come over here.
Thought she was on a minute, she got up.
I'll go and get water.
Is it treat today?
Okay, so I think you're good because your expenditures are right. So let's say 2,300, 1940, 1940, 1940, 1,800, 1,850, 1,890, 1,900, 1995,
We should have these meetings outside today.
1,900.
Beautiful little breeze blowing. Could have had it over in the pole barn,
Not a whole lot of sun.
or we could have met in the health department tent.
This is exactly right. You show that you have 11,755 left.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I show.
That's with the additional 6,000 that was added.
11,000, what is it?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I have. 29,000 is what's been appropriated
Yeah.
total with the 23 in that. We've paid 17,245 out. There's a remaining 11,755.
And the autopsies are about,
That'd be approximately 5 3/4 autopsies.
Yeah, autopsies will run anywhere from actually, this year, they're all running from $1,800 up to $1,995.
so 2,000.
So Warren,
And I've got one outstanding bill right now that we did the autopsy
I
on
understand the difference.
the 3rd. It's not, Jacoby has not sent me the bill yet.
Take the test.
And that'll come out of 11,000.
Yes,
Okay, so we
So you're
paid,
down to like,
Test
so
everybody.
we paid everything we got.
yes.
so then you're down to 4, if you pay that
so
one.
there's something.
You
Well,
already have the bill, or you don't?
we're gonna be down,
4 and
It'd all be.
a half of one, which is not,
Your size, your size.
okay.
Okay, good. So we have.
That's your new
Cover the
computer.
rest of the year.
this is my, I do everything pen and pencil track.
So we have spent 17,245 today. He says he's waiting on a bill for one.
And it'll be around anywhere from 1,900 to
So that puts you down to
1990.
9,000.
I don't understand that
Right there.
biggest spread in price. That's crazy.
But it depends on if he's got an autopsy somewhere else, he doesn't charge, he only split half of the travel expense with the other counties that he has to go to. If he doesn't have any other counties, then I pay
Makes a
the
special trip, the whole thing.
full travel for him.
That makes more sense.
You know, and sometimes he might do 2 autopsies in Posey County to drive up here or
Vice
do
versa.
one.
Stuff like that in the
Yeah,
care of institution.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That's the reason it's.
And you can't argue a whole lot because of that.
We need to-
He's all we got.
Right. He's about the only option.
Yes.
The other options aren't very,
No, it's gonna be an all day.
I went to legislature.
adventure if we have to go to Terre Haute or Louisville or someplace.
Hmm.
Even if Louisville would even do it, taking them out of state,
So you think we can buy him a new computer out of his current year?
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me see.
He didn't ask for it in here, so
Hi, Debbie.
stop asking stuff.
He asked it in his verbal.
Yeah, he is, but
But I still think it needs to be paid for this year. If he needs it now, give him one. Find the money somewhere.
Office
Computers aren't that
supplies.
expensive. You don't need
The
state.
Magic River Boat.
no.
I think we figured out that.
I mean, Ogden said, you know,
Take
I
your
don't
3/4 of
need
an
top of the
autopsy.
line, just something that,
Spreadsheets on.
well, and some with a camera, because, a lot of times they'll have
Just a little bit of $100
training
here.
online. I don't have a
We can do
camera,
additional
I can listen to it, but
Most
Wait till
of,
close
most
to the end
of
of the year,
them
then
have.
if he
I
doesn't
think
have.
we need to be looking at getting it.
He needs one now. His fourth case, so.
I think you need to, she needs it. I don't know.
What I'm saying is if he doesn't use all those autopsies and by December, we can take one of those.
If we don't use them, then it goes back to your general fund.
We
anyway.
won't know that until
I think we need to get him.
December.
Well, put it on agenda. That
Go.
takes days.
Go ahead and do it and hope
Submit
there's
an
not
additional
another
for the
also.
computer.
Okay. I mean, you know, there's
Take
gonna
that
be another,
3/4
it's just a matter of when it's gonna be. There will be another, one. You can bet
There
you on
won't be
that.
enough.
No, we've got money for some.
Yeah, we can find money for $1,000 computer. We're not hurting.
Okay, we're not gonna add it in this.
Not
budget.
in
We're
this,
gonna
I mean,
try to
let's
look
do
at
it
this
this
year.
year. Because then we don't need to be adding anything on 2025. We need to be taking away.
Don't get your computer warm.
She said we gotta take away something.
okay.
I'm kidding. You said okay though, that was really quick,
I'm
so
okay, just, I mean,
what is it
I can
that you like?
I
You
can
cannot
move a
have
little
his
bit
service
around.
dog.
Well, I don't see a line item for her.
Love her. All right, so for coroner, the total is 63,500.
Even?
Even, isn't that crazy? 63,500. Okay. Page 7, assessor. We haven't.
Thank you.
Thanks for working on
I'm
that.
back and
Thank
fix my paperwork.
Thanks for coming over and clarifying.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks for making a long trip.
You can go back now and watch it on TV.
That accurate back bookkeeping, keep up the good work. They'll send it. They'll send you a
Easier
good
to
job.
find it on the computer.
You need a taxi to get back there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Elected official, 47624. 36999. 43088. 2500. 1000. 9349. 13688. 00.
What's that?
What did you say the third one was?
The second deputy,
Yeah,
43088. No, 34.
why is it 4-3?
It's 34, sorry.
You said it twice that way.
That's why I had it.
What is
That's
3-4?
that's how I have it wrote down.
Yeah.
088.
She's testing you.
And Mindy, there's no, like, you can't take office supplies out of, I don't know, sales disclosure, property reassessment or anything. Any of those other
088.
things.
We can't add anything on the reassessment. We're moving things out of reassessment to sales disclosure. So
Is there a balance in there or anything? I mean, what, I don't know what it can be used for.
as far as.
Is there any way to take any of this other stuff out of, I don't know, like sales disclosure or, I mean, do you have a balance in there that you can use up on some of this
Well,
stuff?
that I'm gonna move from reassessment.
Oh.
That 3,000 that we had cut
Yeah,
over to
Sales
sales
disclosure.
disclosure.
I just didn't know if you had a balance in sales disclosure where you could maybe use something,
There, it's like $11,000, so I mean, there's some in there, but there's not
not a big
Sustainable,
amount.
not
in a
sustainable.
budget.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking some of these small things, but I know, but if you're just sitting on 11,000 for what?
Yeah, but eventually that 11,000 will run out. We don't want to spend more than we're bringing in.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. I thought that was above and beyond.
No, I'm trying, she had room in her
I got
annual
you.
revenue. Yeah,
I thought you meant it was like extra.
no. I mean, there's cash in there, but just like she said, just about 11,000. I think.
I don't think we made any changes on these other items.
So, sorry, I Xed out of that. Let me see what that total is for you guys.
Is this subscription and dues the same? Is it a percentage of your salary or anything? That subscription and dues, you know, how everybody, some people are a percentage of your salary.
There's a part of it's a percentage, and then the IAAO is a flat amount. So the dues is, mine's a percent, and then each staff is $75. And then IAAO and the Assessors Association is a percent. IAAO is like $4.25, it's a flat amount.
So that 1,000 is pretty much all laid
It
up.
should all be included in there.
So 149, 198, $149,198. Prosecuting attorney, 2.8.
Victim advocate, 12035, 18047, 35793, 5039, 7378, 00,
What was that victim advocate?
12035.
I don't think we changed the registration fees or the subscriptions and dues. We had $450 and $475.
Okay, comes to $79,217. Well, I'm looking at the clock and we've got about 45 minutes left and I want to get through general so we can give you guys a total for, right?
To get home and do homework? Is that what you're saying?
Page 9, extension. Admin assistant, 37342, 5500, 3277, 4798, 00.
How come that went up?
Is this mine?
No, your retirement went up? 4798?
I think it was wrong in the requested budget, because last year it was 4719.
You're
Well, it
right.
went up a little bit.
No, it went down. Look, they were last year
they were
4719 and then they went down with a raise. It wouldn't go down.
4798.
Well, that is, but I mean, I was looking at
Whoever
their
could-
request. I was looking at their request.
Oh, their request, I see what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a little off.
So this is an accurate number, an accurate number, what you have.
Did you have any other changes that you know of? Everything stayed the same, didn't it? So grand total, 159,578.
Why was that? Was the 4393 on the request is correct?
Their request?
4393.
Of the retirement.
I've got retirement at 5,288.
Huh?
Which
Right here.
Yeah.
Yes, they had 4393. See, that's less than mine.
Retirement should be 4,183.
Okay, it's a little less. Take it down, 4,183.
We don't have the summer help in there.
Oh, the summer help doesn't get,
4,183.
Yeah,
why would the summer help not have taxes taken out?
Retirement.
They don't have retirement.
You know, honestly, I was watching a
I don't have the
council
summer
meeting
help
from
in
another
there.
county and they said that they don't do
Do you have
Summer
an
help.
people like us
assistant
even
342?
retirement because
Yeah, I do.
you have to be here 10
Oh,
years anyways.
yeah.
It's silly. You'd have to be here 2.5 terms even.
No, you can keep just 2 full terms.
So did you say
I think that's only for the
4182?
full-time people. Like
4182?
they're all.
4183.
Some people.
If we're to retirement.
Okay.
Yep.
So what's the new total? So the new
You
total
got 36
is
years, and I think they
158.
did.
So the new total is 158, $158,962.
Okay, hold on.
158,962.
That's why it was off, because I had summer assistant in there getting
158.
retirement.
What was that figure?
158,962.
I'm gonna write that down so we don't forget next year. Summer assistant, no retirement.
No retirement.
Got some scribbling on that page.
Yeah. Hopefully I can
We'll forget next year,
hopefully
they'll say, what was that?
I'd like to be able to reuse these same spreadsheets.
Veteran Services, page 10.
You want notes, more area for notes.
Veterans Officer, 35076. 1,000. 2760. 4041. 00.
And I don't think we changed anything on here, so it was
It uses travel this year. They
Hmm,
used it so far.
650, 50, 125, 50, 500, 1,000, 2,500, 60.
I'm looking to see if he's used his travel this year, just to check. View balance account.
I know one time he went down to,
What's his location number, Kelly? Bud?
Why wouldn't you use it?
I don't know, I just wondered.
He has used $492.13, so he's got 507 left.
So that's through like May.
Yeah, that zero is through May, so.
Okay.
So the grand total is 47,751.
Page 11, County Council, elected official, 34126.
Oh, hold on. Oh, 126.
2611. 3822.
Oh, that's more.
00.
How come that one's,
Zero again.
how come social security's more? Oh, because it went up. Because there's 26 and a half days.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Attorney,
Throwing me off.
attorney 5460, travel 2,000, subscriptions and due 140.
Grand total 48,159.
Well, I'm sorry.
48,159.
And you have 5460 for
Cost of
attorney,
that.
5460, yes,
three, what's
$1
travel,
at the top.
2,000,
and subscription.
140.
I think
What do you think about that retirement thing? I find it silly.
It's state
Oh.
statute.
Not for, we can change ours, I think. I saw some
What
other
were you just
counties
talking
doing that.
Were you looking at
It's for
election board?
full-time
Okay,
officers,
so I missed
like,
that conversation. What?
for like full-time officers, you can't change it. But for like
Okay.
positions like this, you can, you don't have to offer it. You have to, because we would have to be here 10 years. I don't want to
Elected officials
encourage,
is only 8.
but not for us, because we're not,
Part-time.
that's right. That's, I can look up that
That's debatable.
statute. I can look up that
Huh?
statute.
We're part-time. The state statute, I don't think guarantees that you're saying it correctly.
I can show you where, other counties are, they don't offer retirement to their county council and commissioners. And I think it's okay for me, because I don't want to encourage people to be here 10, 20, 30, 40 years, really, honestly.
So you want to keep change going in?
I'm okay with taking that off,
What's that?
that retirement.
Not until we check into it. Just
The
because-
retirement for county
just
council,
because another-
3,822.
Just because Ward County got in all their legal troubles, don't mean we need to.
It wasn't Warwick County, but we can change that. We don't have to have that. We don't have to have salary, to be honest with you.
We just roll back to the commissioners and cut theirs too, then. Save county a lot of money.
Fine by me.
Any more? Page 12.
I'm okay with taking that retirement off. The county council. And
Not until we
commissioners,
seek
actually.
legal advice.
I believe it as is without legal. That's my,
What I figured.
Page 12, election board. That's you guys.
Yeah, there's no salaries on that, so that's all you guys.
I don't think we did anything to that.
So it stayed at $28,584.
Huh?
$25,584.
What did you change?
28,
That went up.
2810. So what is this for me?
What's the total? I don't think the total is. Because when I do it here, redo it on the
So
other
they get
side.
paid per meeting or what? Every time they have a meeting, they get paid? Because if there's no election, I don't know how that works. I wonder if that's state statute. We need to look into that.
Who are you talking about?
The election board? Because if we're, they're
The election board members?
Yeah.
Those are the, like Mary Kay, the ones that actually work. And
But I
don't
mean, if
have
there's not an
to
election,
because
is
of
what I'm saying.
election. They have to still work because of that
But if
question.
they didn't have any election, then we wouldn't have to pay them.
But there won't be a primary.
This question probably will be more work on them than what a primary would be.
I don't know about that.
I come at 2810.
I don't know why it's adding that up there.
From what's on this page, unless it's something
Let's see if
different.
I type something in there.
What did you come up to?
It's totaling 28,584.
Oh,
And we need to have social security on there.
Oh, it's not
574.
on social security?
Yeah, 574 social security.
that's what it is. It's not listed.
So what is it? 28 what?
584. Yeah, social security, 574.
So since that wasn't on here, do we have to put it somewhere else?
I had it on mine, so I think I printed yours before I did that. I'm fine.
There's one that messed up one I got.
Sorry. Riverboat and that.
Which one did you turn in?
I'll check. I'm gonna make a note to check that tonight.
If it is, we'll have to cut that somewhere. I need a whole bunch thing. I have the riverboat on here.
Page 13, commissioners. Elected official, 40653.
40653.
Social security, 3126.
Okay.
4553. 1 million. And longevity, 0.
I like to cut that retirement too. We don't have to.
What did you say the social security was on that 7,500?
You also, the 7,500 on the
I'm
other
going
page.
back to election boards.
It's a lot less than we had budgeted.
574,
How much?
574.
What?
I've got Chris's
754.
disease.
When you
What
get to,
is
that's why I said I have to stop reading numbers, because I'm just.
What's your
over it.
disease? What's he talking about?
Please tell me, because I said 600 instead of 6,000, and
It says 574, but I had wrote down 754. So,
I'm rubbing off on it.
Take your glasses off.
Hers was way worse. She's more severe than you. She's off by
If you knew
5.
how-
We do need to go back to that,
No,
yeah, to the election board.
What?
Mindy made a good point that it was advertised at 28,010, we can't go above that.
Well, she said
We
it was.
can in the general. I have to
As
check
long
and
as
see
it's
if I
over.
did.
She
that.
thinks she was.
I think mine was right, and I went off.
And we got the
on
wrong one.
mine. I think I didn't put their.
I just asked her about it.
574 in there. I've got a note, I'm gonna check it tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's in the general folder, so.
I said, what do we
I'll
have
be
to
able
cut?
check.
Okay.
we could probably reduce one if it is.
But it's in the general and full. Don't have to do it in each department.
Oh,
It's in the general and full.
I mean, we can ask.
It is.
It's not
or
each
ask-
department, no, it's the fund in full. So if we budgeted $1 million in general, we can't go over $1 million. It's not in each individual budget, it's in the fund.
So we need to wait, let's see her.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see where I'm at.
And we can talk to Rachel, you might be able to reduce the election board members. If it
Yeah.
is just the November, if there's nothing in May.
Yeah,
cut that
even
in
half, yeah. I think so, if there's not a primary and
Text her.
if it's just a one. Why would they get paid the same as what they have to do all this work this year?
How long is
That's a
this,
lot.
situation?
This year's
drag
the
out
most
the election
intense was the
board?
presidential election, I would think. And a primary.
Who knows?
I think that'd be the most logical. Can you ask her how they're paid out? Like, what is that? Like per meeting or what is it? Just a
For
salary?
that
for the-
election board, it's per election.
And then they just divide it by.
So is that,
three people?
that 7,500 is for two elections?
$6.53.
Correct. So
Yeah,
it's
we-
12
if we can cut it in
per
half.
election.
12.50?
2,500 each member, yeah.
For the year, 25 for the year.
Cash finance.
So you're saying if maybe there's not a primary, you just cut that in half? Yes. That'd be helpful.
Yeah, she didn't.
Plus it's just in the city of Canton.
All right, so we're gonna turn this 7,500 orange, so I remember to ask about that. And then I'm gonna check on the 574, so I've got that orange.
Because we might be able to cut that in half.
Okay. So, on to commissioners.
Okay, what did
What
you
did
give
y'all
us on
change?
numbers?
What did you say the commissioners, the top line was?
Elected officials, 40653.
Oh, that's because you took the 39,885 and made it
26.
We
6,900.
took that P to go to zero.
Well, I mean, the 40,000 was kind of a,
Is that
Round.
400?
I guess he averaged it or something,
Yeah.
or rounded it up.
So take that tax assessment board of appeals for 400 to 0.
I think that's what we said, that's what I have written down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you said 3126, 4553, 1 million and 0, right?
For longevity, yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys change anything else, or are you, okay,
Sheriff's pension.
We left the unemployment insurance at 1,000.
Now that's,
a thousand?
can you explain that to
Sheriff
me?
pension 55, SERS 45, drug testing 50, dues of 1,500, consulting services 4,000, attorney 31,000, city commissioners association due, county commissioners association due 500, Life Springs 115,000, burial soldiers 4,500, legal services 10,000, Memorial Day 600, travel 1,000,
We never did know
telephone
what that was.
19,000, internet 1,500, internet 15 region plan 12,500, official bonds insurance 4,000, liability insurance 200,000, 45,000 workers comp, 5,000 moving health, senior county car expenses 500, animal welfare and education 5,000,
We have a county car.
just the top?
right solutions. We took that to 0.
Yeah, take that to 0.
Okay, 9/11 dispatch services
I mean, it's a
35,000.
50,000?
And 40,000.
35.
So we're putting that to 35?
Yeah, we
That
talked about
50 to
that.
35, okay.
Then, 4-H building 15,000, 4-H meetings 10,000, and ambulance service, I guess we left that 225. Yep. Indirect cost recovery 3,000, dues of 500, is that,
NACO?
publications for 3,000, care of patients and institutions 230,000, contract council on aging, we left that at 30. Ambulance lease 60,000.
Mhm.
We start that employee consultation out.
Oh, I didn't see that.
What's that?
The 900.
I don't know,
I don't know what that is.
Never been in there before.
Get rid of it.
0.
I think we can take 900.
Yeah,
put it
that
back.
should go out, probably.
We had it at one point, 1050,
We haven't had it for 2 years. so-
2022. I don't know what that was.
Consultation for what?
Employee.
Who they having a consult with?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different areas that can
Well,
fall
it could be-
inside, but I don't think.
Just take that off. Is that okay?
absolutely.
We'll send them
Take that
together.
900 off.
Indiana Region 15 to visit, people 12,500.
I can give you the exact number that they're gonna charge.
12,461.
461.
The,
Change that.
Change
I mean,
it.
yeah, we did
the
the others.
ambulance lease, though, we need to make sure that
What
we
are you
get that
changing?
The
ordinance to where
Region
that
15
money
is actually.
stays
Oh.
in.
Goes in it.
12,461.
Or that, or we might as well take it out now.
12461. Indiana Region 15, 12461. I mean, it's just a little bit, but We did it for all the other little associations
Auditor
and something like
down
that.
for ambulance lease.
And you're gonna set that ordinance, or do an ordinance to. We have to have it.
Appoint you to take care of that as pro temp.
I already have a spreadsheet of everything we need, how many years they last. You want me to send it to you?
All right, so
We
grand
need a
total,
lot.
2,221,443.
One more, sorry.
2,221, 443.
I didn't
We
change
didn't cut very much. Cut that pension owner.
I didn't change much.
Are we going on to solid waste?
I don't wanna start that.
You look
We've only got a half hour, so we might as well start that tomorrow.
I was gonna
Get
say,
through the
we
rest
don't
of it.
Animal shelter.
Animal shelter, I don't think there's any
Yeah,
wages in there.
we took out the,
So all we've got is 50,000.
Did we put it somewhere else?
Nope.
You took out animal control total?
Mhm.
So we just have 50,000 there.
No plan, it's just like planning and zoning. If you no plan presented to us, I don't see how we can finance it.
is it somewhere else? It's not somewhere else. is
No.
it?
Planning and zoning, you guys said all
So you got
zeros.
50 for animal shelter.
50,000 for animal shelter, so we have zero for
Zero.
planning and zoning,
Yep.
planning and zoning. Courthouse,
I don't have anything there.
We didn't change anything.
the courthouse stays the same,
For now.
so that's there.
We need to get on sometime. Figuring out the heating and cooling usually that aren't used because
That's good. Okay. Circuit court, we have elected official, 5,000. Director, 44714. 36792. 6371. 500. 24321. 72538. 35047. 32659. 58473. 29138. Judge Secretary, 31731. 0.
why did some of these go up?
Which one? They had to because of the 26 and a half.
They didn't figure that.
They had
Oh,
done,
that's what we're doing here.
they had done the base and the 26 pays and raise out of PSAP. You guys aren't doing the raise, so we've got to account for the 26 pays here, 26 and a half pays here, and then,
Kelly, I missed a couple, I'm sorry. The secretary, or the probation secretary and probation officer.
probation officer, 58473.
Okay, got
Probation secretary, 29138. Judge secretary, 31731.
Okay.
And then 0 for longevity.
Okay.
Then we, these others, we didn't change.
Other than law books, we don't have.
The law
11.
books, we took to 1,000.
Well, that's 10,000.
Yeah.
So that's a grand total of 604,833. 604,833.
39,000.
Civil defense,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That throws me off when you say that. That's
DNA. Okay, social security, 7596. 11121. 0. Longevity, 0. Data entry,
Way down here.
3651. Coordinator, 10274. Admin assistant, 34088. Director, 51280.
This coordinator, is that the 911 coordinator?
Yes,
That's the additional salary that Steve gets.
yes.
That is the position he resigned from that never has been replaced.
He's still doing it, right? If he's still getting paid, he's still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't been replaced, so.
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
Just wanna make sure.
These other expenses, I don't think we changed anything, did we?
Oh, gosh.
Changed that tar tone,
That what?
tar tone.
Oh,
So,
grammar.
make sure the totals are right. My equation, 4 to 35, 173,700 even, 173, 700.
Page 22, jail, Social Security, 39101. 54446. 0. 4010. 16,000. 9,000. 376473. Holiday pay 17049. 88590. Longevity 0.
What was that holiday pay again? I didn't have it in here.
17049.
Who are those part-time jail officer matrons discount?
They're hoping with the extra jail officer, they won't need part-time as much possibly to cover.
So we need to consider that if we,
Did you say that jail sergeant
Just
was
want to make sure I have those right.
89,550?
88,590.
you really are messed up.
What was it?
88590.
You're having Chris up over here. You can
What
count.
do you do for a living?
I'm an accountant.
I mean, we're real good at example.
Jay Scott ain't watching this.
Oh, he knows I'm good.
No, they're gonna
Kept
do
you around
the
this
job.
long, I think you'd be all right. Okay,
I think it's my hearing.
so
Huh?
Big thing.
I think it's my hearing. It's starting to go.
That's what I
I'm
got.
starting to get like him and him.
What did we end up doing on, okay, oh, so you guys
Very
have
nice.
over your stuff.
Huh?
Longevity, office
We're
supplies,
speaking,
750, 500. What'd you guys decide on uniform allowance? I've got that still in orange here.
well, if you take that jail officer out, it's 400 off, but
What did you, what I put in here?
It was 21 last year.
I mean,
We didn't change it. He just said their pants cost $70.
So keep it at 4,000?
No.
I don't think so.
Why don't we drop it 1,000? We're kind of meeting a happy medium, 21 to 4, that means 3.
3?
Is everybody okay with that?
3,000, yeah. That gives a $900 increase for,
And we took meals out,
plus the 400 coming off if we don't do the jail officer.
pots and pans, and
But you don't have
house.
to, even if you do it in inmate housing, you're still gonna have to do it here because it's not in inmate housing.
Well,
Or
we
not
didn't, we
in
didn't want
inmate
to,
housing, but in the, lift.
yeah, I know, but we may not do it all together, I don't know.
Right.
So did you take these other ones off 65?
Mhm.
Did you tell them? Did you get those? Okay,
Yeah, I
sorry.
got 0.
I
I
didn't know
got,
if you heard it.
the last 4 are all zeros.
Okay,
2,000. Here, so that makes it 622, 718, $622,718. Alright,
So you left medical supplies at 500.
I don't know what it's for, we should ask.
What was that?
Medical supplies at 500.
Yeah, we didn't touch it.
I would like to know what it's for though.
4D child support,
Director 36693.
18047. What was that? 'Cause that's a different, what'd you say, 36693? That one wrong.
Now you gotta be
Yeah, I gotta figure this out.
marking one up for you, your own.
And then secretary, 18047. 35793. Part-time deputy, 0. 6903. 10106. See, I have different amounts. Why am I off, Kelly? I got 6926 for social security. And I'm taking the top 3 and longevity's at 0. And I got my equation tells me 6,926. And then my retirement is 10,140. Three, 6,693. 36693. Yeah, I got it.
18047.
Yep.
35793.
Is it the 6926?
She's erasing.
Yeah, 6926 for social security.
Is that right? 6926. Oh, you get one back.
I get it back. I get one back.
Mm-hmm. You're ahead of David now.
That's why we both do it, because then and then 10,140
Oh, you're dangerous.
for retirement.
Now you got 2 days.
So
We
six,
counteract each other.
you're 6926
Yes,
and then 10,140.
yes.
I'm gonna forgive her since she's recalculating all this.
And then group insurance. Go to the 27,200.
I think you have to keep it just in case she does it. Because if it's 0, then what?
Then you have to do an additional. Longevity 0. Let me see. I think you guys kept everything the same, didn't you?
Yeah.
So 144,498. 144,498. Soil conservation. I think we pretty much went through that. Yeah. Go for it, Kelly. Social Security 2917. 4270. 0. District Secretary 38120. My equations, and I know that the reason it is because my equations don't do the cents.
Change your formula.
I'm trying. So it's going down, even with your cents, if it's an actual rounding. If it's down under 50, it's gonna go down 1. Yeah, so mine's going 2916, mine's going 4269.
So which one we going with?
No,
I mean, do you want me to edit mine, because I can't do it with the equation, I can't change my equation. I mean, we need to go up, because you're gonna have cents, you're gonna be short.
I'll be getting those pennies again, coming at us for pennies.
Those pennies are gonna haunt me. Okay, so I have that,
You change.
and then what did you decide on the Deer Creek formula subscription?
We left it.
I think we left it out. So,
Do 2 of them.
I know that won't round up, I gotta fix the bottom to round up.
Kelly will get it.
And give you exact.
We can't enter cents in BLGN,
So we're gonna just give you exact, so you'll just,
round up there. So what's the total? 54,807. 54,807. Okay. 25, Parks and Rec. Board member 0. Director 48744. 33275. 6275. 9187. 00. I don't think you guys
We
changed
didn't change
anything.
anything
I
else.
don't think we touched anything in there, did we?
No.
122, comma, 126.
That's an improvement.
122, 126.
Insurance is so hard.
Sure, that
120.
things ain't going around, transposing them numbers.
122, did you say 122?
122, 126.
Okay, what's the big revenue total?
All right, do you want me to read them off of here and you add them real quick, just so we can kind of see where we're at, and let's do, put your tape on so we can check it. Okay. Probably, so clerk is 217,152. Auditor is 244,959. Treasurer, 165,242. Reporter, 141,088. Sheriff, 878,124. Coroner, 63,500 even. Assessor, 149,198. Prosecuting attorney, 79,217. Co-op, 158,962. Veteran Services, 47,751. County Council, 48,159. County Election Board, 28,584. Commissioners, 2,221,443. Do I just keep you add solid waste as it is?
Yeah.
Solid waste. What is that, 544, 166?
544.
166. Animal shelter, 5,000 or 50,000. Planning and zoning, 0. Courthouse is 149,931. Circuit Court, 604,833. Civil Defense, 173,700. Jail is 622,718. 40 child support, 144,498. Soil and conservation, 54,807. Parks and Rec, 122, 126.
I have a question. About this 40,
Yeah.
when they get their reimbursement, where does that go? Do they have a fund that goes back into a?
They're in the 800, the 900s, aren't
They
they?
do, but if it stipulates that, otherwise it goes back to general.
Which is where it's being paid out of. So, yeah.
I know, but is that not similar to the other thing? Is that not similar to Popper and all that other stuff we're doing is trying to make? We're watching the news.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know what happened.
Hey, how is that not similar to, when you get these reimbursements back in for this, Do you know that's what it's for? How is it not similar to like Popper and this, the same things that
They
we're?
tell us because yeah, you go ahead.
I mean,
They
I'm
tell
just
us
wondering, do we need an account for that so that that money can go right back in so we can kind
They
of track
tell
that?
us, it goes back into general, for the
It
month.
breaks down, yeah.
Yeah, it breaks down for, the maybe three different categories and then.
'Cause it's
it
got
also
clerk,
goes to the-
Clerk,
I know, but I
prosecutor,
mean, you know how we set up a Popper, when we get reimbursed, it goes back into Popper and then we use that first before. I mean, is this any different? Should we start doing that for
This
this?
is the fund that
These
they
are
call.
actually telling us what funds to put in.
Yeah.
The
And
state
it
tells
has
us
to
it's a
match.
report from them.
We'll forward one to you, just so you see. And then we have to do a report on that every quarter.
Yeah.
And it has to match the
I,
payment.
I was just thinking it would be nice to see the reimbursement so that we know what we're getting. Is it all 66% or, they said that they'll do 66% insurance, but I just like to see what goes out versus what actually comes back in. And that, I think it needs to be dedicated, just like all the other stuff. Does that make sense?
Yes, they actually tell us where to put it.
Yeah, we can't.
They physically tell us in the report, yeah.
So can you put it in like general land and then we have a fund set up and we transfer it to where it needs to? To monitor it?
That's where it's been out of.
Mhm.
It's just going into the general.
Yeah, I'll get a report.
Okay. Just whenever, it's not like urgent. I was just wondering what makes it any different? I like to see where things are coming and going.
Okay, hold on a second, let me copy this, because I want to see our history here. Control C, Control V. Are you not?
I'm doing it from.
Control C. I'm on an Excel, open an Excel. Come on.
We can do our homework that night. I'm gonna look up some. Ten, 13, 23, 33, 33.
Okay, what's your number, Kelly?
6,910,158.
All right,
6910158.
6910.
158.
okay. Oh, because we didn't add in solid waste. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
You took out 300-something thousand in raises.
so you guys are over 118,556. So you're over 118,556.
So go home.
So this is as of
That's with all of that,
Control C,
without a raise.
without any raises in it.
And we funded some of that in the, solid waste, didn't we?
Under what?
In the ARP.
No,
No,
Some
the
equipment,
thing there was just buying equipment.
all that was
some
It
equipment, but
wasn't in
it's
their
not on your
budget
agenda
here.
tonight.
No.
on the air, for the
Yeah, it
air,
is.
for the ARPA.
Ain't talking
It's
to
on
you.
your. What are you talking
I
to
wasn't
me?
talking to you, I was talking to Stan.
The ARPA appropriations
No.
are on there, is that what you're
Solid
talking
waste.
about? The solid waste ARPA appropriations, yeah. They're on for the commissioners and then you guys on Thursday. But that's not funding the
No,
operations,
you're right,
that's
you're
just
right.
equipment.
Well, there's
How much?
two positions that were eliminated,
118.
first of all.
None of the stuff,
So we need to do that.
I think so too, because those were, that was,
That was
That-
500 and
I mean, we
something
can
for
look at
solid
that.
waste.
because those weren't just like, well, my understanding was it's eliminating what it is.
300.
Send out bills.
So this would be,
No, I think
So that would be,
It will be that just out.
that's today.
I don't know what they, I know what that one, but I don't know what it is.
They're not in the budget.
So I just got stuff in there that won't be in there anymore.
There's,
Just like right here.
there's, listen,
There's 3 positions.
That's what I'm looking
And there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Should be
full-time,
hammered down, did something
2
like that.
part-time.
where's the secretary? Okay. There's clerk. That's what it was.
Do what, David?
I said, I think they're working on it.
That one, see, one of them just was, that lady.
Solid waste account.
So,
I don't know.
and then there was a,
Try
there
that,
was a clerk, one secretary, and a director.
Honestly,
I don't think they,
See those
some
three?
young guys up there.
Mhm.
He just community
I don't
service.
think those are anymore.
he wasn't one of the key.
I don't know
Yeah.
that, I'm not sure, but
Trash tags out. Circle it.
that's was my understanding.
They ain't got no other choice. Where else buy?
You can look at that,
Now, talking about if you're out of count. Just good if you're selling.
because there's
Yeah,
also,
want to sell, but they haven't. They haven't go forward the store. They're talking about what to sell.
So then, if you guys,
Paul and Barry selling.
also,
We're talking about that.
what'd you say?
so we're over 118,556 in general. But which we gotta look at the Cume Bridge budget, currently right now, we're ahead of budget, 66,848 there. So,
Tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah.
Did you say that is already figured into all the other or whatever?
yeah, the way her email read, that's how I took it.
I thought we could maybe use that old.
Use that, but,
What is it you said?
so your levy funds have to, yeah, I know you and I talked about this, your levy funds have to, they're all considered in one group. So you can be over one area and short another as long as they offset. But she sent an email, in that email she sent that we needed to do some corrections on highway and Cambridge and all that, so I don't wanna take that into consideration quite yet because,
You talking about Susan?
I thought
so,
they were gonna be here.
no. We had to pay him to be here, guys, remember that?
Well, how
What
much,
did we pay him to do?
I'm not disagreeing with
I
all
want the itemized invoice for the hours.
this and invoice today.
I mean, cause I don't feel like this is $30,000.
Well, we haven't got our full comprehensive plan
Where's it
back
at?
either.
Don't we need it now? I kinda need it before this starts. I got the draft, that was not correct. So, it's not helping me. So I will challenge that invoice when it comes in.
Yeah, I had the conference call with her and we went over everything, but I mean, honestly, I feel like I think we as an auditor's office gave you guys more information last
There you
year.
go.
Well, I never did get
No
the,
doubt.
I got a draft,
Without
and I
doubt.
didn't get anything else, and I was expecting it to help
Because,
figure this out.
I mean, had this, I gave you guys this,
Tell me what you're talking about.
so these up here, so like that, see how this one's
Yeah.
66? So so it's these as a whole, so you can be over here, so technically that can offset as long as you're not.
And you're sure we can do that?
Yeah.
I thought you said she just told you you
Her
should.
email, but we've got some corrections and stuff to look at, and,
But she didn't enlighten
print
you
that.
what they were.
yeah, she sent an email, I sent it on.
I got it here.
Yeah. Yeah, the
can print it off.
highway
But
and
we need to know,
surplus.
don't you think?
I can call her tonight.
Need to know what.
We need to know what they are.
I mean, that's
I
how it
thought
was
you just
last
said that
year.
they give us the corrections, where we need to make the corrections.
I did.
You just haven't.
And then
told
we've
them
got, plus we've got the whole jail operations that's budgeted out of lit, that we've gotta move that. So,
yet.
so that's why I don't wanna, yeah, we've still got more work to do.
Yes. So what do you want us to work on tonight? Looking for further,
I think we need to move on to lit, public safety and all that stuff tomorrow. The other
kind of look
funds,
it over.
the other funds, we kind of need to look at the expenditures to the annual revenue, and as long as they're fund, and then if you guys want to know the cash balances, we can look at that. But I think those other, flat book, other stuff like that, we just need to make sure that we're not spending more than we're bringing in, unless it's just a one-time purchase or something like that, but make sure that, it's sustainable. But I really think that our big thing is going to be general, public safety. Yeah, those two. We've already pretty much said how we were gonna fix reassessment and health, so, yeah. I mean,
So just look that over.
Work on the dates when you're gonna have your hat popped for solid waste, man.
I think there's a lot of things that are factors there. Not just solid waste, we had a tax modification, we could have properly funded majority of this, but it didn't pass.
Should've been.
So just keep that in mind whenever you jab at solid waste, that you had an opportunity to fix a lot of this last week. But anyway, we can adjourn. Yeah. Do a little research, goes a long way.
Who would want to adjourn for the day?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to start adjourn, second by Gail, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Motion carries 6-0. Guess we're back here tomorrow,
Chris.
8 o'clock.
Last year you gave us that,